Hello there. Let me just clean my glasses. How is everyone today? What is in your cup and what is on your hook? There we go. And what have you been up to on the weekend? Because I've been making project bags until it comes out of my ears. Nene, hello, how are you? What are you doing? What have you been doing on the weekend? If you ran into me in lives, then you must know. That's where I've been. The lives on the one side, sewing machine on the other side, sewing away. So are you well? I hope you are well. Let me see. Do I need this yet? I can clearly make out what Nana is saying. Not clearly, it's slightly blurry. I need to just pour myself a cup. You're making a scarf. I'm going to make a scarf. Where's my light? Why am I so dark? There we go. Maybe this will help. Now I'm more in the light. And Jessica is here with me. My daughter is always here. Isn't she supportive? That is so kind of her. You're well. I'm glad you're well. No, I cannot complain. You know, one must never say, can things be worse? Can things get worse? They can always get worse. That's my life experience. So I'm eating some of those biscuits that I yesterday in Froggy Went a Knitting. I asked everybody in the chat, do they want this biscuit recipe? It's cookies, but it's rock hard. You know, you don't want to break a tooth. So I asked my daughter to make it in small little shapes so you can pop it in your mouth and it melts. Otherwise, we are going to have a problem. You might chip a tooth. That is true. Absolutely. I'm telling you, the voice of experience talking. I've got some project bags to show you. Hello, Barbara. Are you well? Oh, wait, my coffee thingy lid is not what it should be. What is wrong with my light? Every time I turn my head, let me just finish pouring the coffee because I'm only going to look this way once. There we go. How are you, Barbara? And Linda. Hello, Ursula and friends. What have you been up to? I've got some project bags to show you because I've been on lives this weekend. Not on it, in the chat. And you told me you'd be here. Barbara, let's see how long I can last without my glasses. I've got a big screen behind this camera. Just there's the screen. There's the big comments. The big screen is here. Here you are. And here's my laptop to my left, to your right. So, and my glasses to assist in a moment of cannot see. Been crocheting, and we did a long walk in the woods yesterday. Now, isn't that nice? That is fantastic. I want to show you. So can I start showing you my bags? Ooh, Barbara, and you were in my ear this weekend. Did you know that? You were in my ear this weekend. I'm busy working and I'm thinking, what will Barbara say of this? What will Barbara say of that? I took jeans. My daughter's jeans. And I just, you know, this is the top of the jean with the belt. No belt, but you know what I mean, where the belt is. Then it comes down, and I just snipped off the legs. And I turned that into a bag. I want to show you. But, and then I put I didn't put yarn in it. I put a blanket in it. Yeah, that explains the ringing in your ears, eh? What is about the only thing we could do here? It's about the only thing you could do here is go for a long walk. Yes. But now, Barbara, it looks so freaky because when there's yarn in it, when there's wool in it, and it's standing there, it looks like half a body. And I'm like, I thought it was a nice idea. It looked cool, but now it's freaking me out. Hello, Kim. Kim, I'm about to show you the most affordably way of crafting a project bag out of an old jean. Get ready. I'm not done yet because I have this thread and a needle, like you can see, and I need to use my pink yarn. Oh, Kim, you didn't see the pink, okay? This is blue. You see blue. I must hypnotize you. This is blue. Anyway, so I must do but this is what I did. Let me stop talking and show you. Okay, wait, this is the way it's going to look when I must let you see it the way it's going to look when there's yarn inside of it. Now I must carefully pick it up because, can you see this? Now I turn it around. You see, I must still sew that up, and then there you go. And it's pockets. I mean, these pockets are real as it is when you're wearing a jean. And so the same goes for these little pockets. Everything is real. It's all real pockets. You can use it. Now, imagine you've got yarn in it. So drop that, take this, and open it. And there's your yarn. And on the inside, now let me just try and do this. So when you're using it, hello, Craig, and everyone in the chat. Now let me show you. When you're using it, you can fold over it like this, right? And look what I did on the inside. I put some, you know, the legs of that same, I've now used the front and the back of that jean, and I've cut it off and I've made it a bag. But now there's legs. So I took one leg and cut off a piece and another piece, and that's two pockets. So look at this. Maybe, can you see with the light? There's a pocket. And turn it over, and there's wait, what's left is right and what's right is left. There's another pocket. Let me see if you can see. There's two pockets. Hi, Sandra Dusenberry and DIY Creations, Jeanette. So glad to see you. I'm just showing you guys how I very affordably made a project bag. So there's the pockets on the inside, which is the jeans of the leg. I don't know if you can see it, but you can see it probably. Maybe let me turn the light. You can see it clear enough, like that. Claire, hello. Hi all. And Barbara and Granny D. I'm showing what I've done with my very affordably crafty. Okay, so now the bag is done. So now you. And obviously if it's full of yarn, this thing that stands up will dip down, but the bag is closed. And you take your crochet thing and sling it over your shoulder. And there you go. But as I say, what freaks me out is if it's standing there. Looks like half a person. I loved everything about it until I saw it full of yarn on my desk. It's like, oh, what's that? Half a person. Let me just see what everybody's saying. Wait. Granny D, you love it. If you still have some of the pant legs left, you can make a cake cozy with those really easily. What is a cake cozy? Oh, a cake cozy. I understand now. Oh, Claire, you love it. I'm glad you love it. Jewel, good morning. And hello, DOY. Let me just quickly see. Hi, all listening while I get ready and head to work. Oh, Lori, I hope you have an absolutely blessed day. That all goes really well. Thank you, Barbara, that you think it looks good. And Jeanette, awesome job. Wow, thanks. And great job, says Kim. I'm glad you love it. Well, you know, you can use blue. I use pink. And everybody's just saying hello, 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 hello. And I'm so glad for everyone who's joining me. Thank you so much. I love it. I had a box of old jeans. Maybe I'll try that someday, says Lori. Lori, I've made even a blanket and then lined it. And I've made squares of old. I've got a big tub of jeans. That way you can take a cake with you and not get it dirty if you take it out of the bag. Exactly. That's cool. Cheryl, good morning. And all here, that bag looks great. Let me see now. If I look like this, I can see the comments. There we go. Like this. I just don't want, I hate wearing glasses because it feels like you can't see me. I can see you, but then I can't see the comments. And I can't see the comments unless I look this way and I look down at the comments, but then it looks like I'm asleep. Okay, that's not all, okay? Because you saw me buy more material. Buy more material. Okay, wait, that's my scissors dropped. At least the scissors and not a needle. Hi, Case, Crochet Haven. Good morning. Okay, so this is the first one I showed you. I'll put some pictures in my Facebook group and in Granny D's Facebook group and, you know, all of your Facebook groups so that you can see. Then, okay. Again, Barbara was in my ear. Let me just take a sip of coffee. It will help if I take the spoon out. What is with this light? When I look away, it's dark. When I look back, let me see if I can turn this light a little bit this way. Don't want it to fall over. You know, I will still touch this thing and it'll just go crack. then I've got to go sit on the balcony. Okay, here, Barbara. Autofocus of the camera. Oh, is it? Is it autofocus? Oh, is it? Okay. Well, you know, it's the only camera I've got. I do what I've got, Aid. My entire channel is just a little ring light this big and my cell phone. That's it. Look at this. And if you turn it around, what it is I took a jean, another jean, and my daughter showed me on Pinterest. What they do is they actually take the leg from just below the knee. They cut it off, amputate this jean. And then that one leg, you open up. So what I did that. So from this other bag that I just showed you, there were leftovers. So was it leftovers from that bag? No, it's not from, it's another jean. I took about 3 jeans apart this weekend. And I took the bags that's on the butt and I moved it down on this. So it looks like this. It looks like that. You can see there. So it has width. When you put it down, it has width, right? Like that. And I lined it. The one side looks like that. And the other side, ooh, like that. You see, you'll know all the names, Barbara. Box cut bag. It works. Don't worry about it. You know what? Okay, so now this thing, obviously what it needs is handles. And I would love to crochet some handles on it, if I can. But all it needs, everything is rounded off. Oh, and I took not batting, but thick, creamy colored felt to make it thicker. So Claire says, oh, very nice. I used to sew as my job, says Barbara, whisper SDI. Oh, yes, but I mean, still, I mean, I can appreciate your skill because that is the one thing that's on my list to learn how to sew. I only know the basics. But I love the fact that they all look like this, because this is box cut is like the simplest thing you can make, is a box, to make something that looks like a box, because you're working with a square. There's no edges and nothing. Okay, so that was the number 2 that I did. Althea, hello, all my yarny friends. Wow, great work. Love your jeans bag. Listen, that was my second one I showed now. Now that one needs handles, so I'll put handles on. Okay. Debbie, hello. I used to sew as a job too, says Cheryl. Oh, that's great. Oh, you ladies are so good morning, everyone, says Debbie. Hello, Ursula. And love the fabric on the cups, says Claire. There you go. There you go. Please, there, thumbs up. Thank you, Craig. Now, one more bag that is finished. That is finished. Okay, not the final bag, but one more that's finished. Now, remember I told you my daughter showed me on Pinterest what they do is they cut off the old jean below the leg, and that bottom one they open up, and then the other one they open up, and you just sew it together and you give it handles. The handles you take from around the waist. That, I don't know if there's a name for that, Barbara, but if there is, then enlighten me. Hello, Rick. Linda's other half. I can't say better half because she's supposed to be the better half, but you're a very good half, eh? So hello, Rick. Waistband. Ah, Barbara, you're so on top of it. Okay. Now that's what I did. And then I thought, okay, but I think I should line, not line, because look, it's denim. You don't need to line it. So I didn't line it. Also box cut, Barbara, but just around the top, I put a little edge. So have a look. This is jeans below the knee, amputated, and the waistband. Oh, and this comes from on the hip, not the hip, the upper leg. There was this embroidery, and I thought, I can't waste this. Like that. It looks like that. You can see, I'll bring it close. You can see how I attached it. Very novice. Very, very just my attempt. But if you just hold it up, you don't really see it. And there's the two. This is the waistband. And now it's the two. And it's box cut. So there you go. And not lined because it's a jean. But it's a nice bag. I mean, if I want to, I can always line it afterwards. Linda, fabulous. You see, but just think of it. This is an old jean. Oh, you like it, Barbara. Barbara? If Barbara thinks it's nice, I'm going to, yes. Because you really inspired me with your project bags that Reggie was showing off, hey? And I've been wanting to make project bags. So I folded here, let me see, what's left is right there. Just like that, because that's how it's folded at the bottom, so one can see what it looks like. There you go. Lovely, 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 lovely. Oh, and Nightbot is doing its job. It is saying, please support our awesome member, Simply Dune, because she's a member of the Square Squad. Yes, she's a blogger, so she is a South African. Okay, now let's see. So that was bag number 3. Bag number 3. Now, so bag number 3 is finished. Bag number 2 needs handles, right? Bag number 2 needs handles. And bag number 1, I said, I still just need to sew this half person. Hey, it's freaking me out. When it sits there with all its yarn in it, it looks like a half person. Because you know this piece that you see at the bottom, when it sits, this is what it looks like. It looks like someone's sitting on my desk, man. Ooh, and I'm like, yikes. I love the bag, but I don't like half a person sitting on my desk. Make handles with a strip of lining. Okay. Yes, that's a good idea, Barbara. And by the way, these were done by my daughter because she does know. She says, oh, I feel like doing amigurumi with this. Like this. Okay, now there we go. So this one only needs me to sew in this side. Okay, now. What does it help? I sew everything. I'm a crocheter. I want to crochet. Hey, Debbie, I didn't think about it until I saw it on my desk, and I'm like, ooh, that looks like half a person. Freaks me out. I better hang some more stuff on it so it looks like a decoration rather than a person. Listen, you must see it. You walk into a room and you see half a person and no body and no blood. You feel like you're in CSI straight away. So I've got 2 more things to show you. Woo, Barbara. Here we go. Now this is going to be, it's a wannabe bag. It will be once I've crocheted the bag. So this is the lining of a bag in a box cutter, box thing. Okay. So let me shake it out, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out, like that. Now this is the lining, so it's the wrong side. Can you see? So if I crochet, the crochet is going to come up all the way to under this, and this will come over. So this here will be crocheted. And it's square. Box cut, hey? Box cut. I'm learning things here. It's box cut. I ironed it so that I know what goes where. So when I start crocheting, like, let me show you. No bags on the inside, no pockets on the inside. So it's beautifully, but it's lining, it's waiting to become a bag. You like it, wait till it's finished, I'm telling you. So I will now go and measure what is the bottom of it. So this is my idea, is to just make, someone mentioned on the weekend the magic, Granny D, it was you that mentioned the magic pot holders. And that gave me the idea, because you start at one point and you just continue over and over and you don't increase, which means it becomes a tube. And I thought to myself, that's an excellent idea. So I'm going to make a rectangle, single crochet like amigurumi, until I've got the bottom. And then just maybe 1 single crochet row bigger than the bottom. And then if I just continue without increasing, it should just form a tube. And then into the tube goes this lining. And enters the room a lined crochet project bag. What do you think? Inga Verbees, hello. Oh, that is a gorgeous owl pattern fabric. You love it. Oh, is that what you bought with that multicolored yarn? Oh, yes. I want to do like a nice stripy stripy kind of bag, because this is already colorful, so it's going to be like a blues and oranges and that stripy. One row bigger than the bottom, and then crochet into the front loop before going up, and it will have that sharp. Oh, oh, you're such a clever girl. Look at that. That is saved right there, that recipe. Okay, one more to show you. The cups, and this is what you will see when you, this is what you'll see, and then after this becomes the lining, but this will be crocheted. And there is the bottom again, you know. My sewing machine, let me just tell you, why not crochet with tabs? What does that mean, with tabs? With tabs? What does that mean? Thank you, Denise. Beautiful. Okay, so this is the inside. Is all my cups. No pockets. Square box shape. Let me put it like this. It's a box shape. Box, 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 box. And yo, I tell you, I'm not someone who sews regularly. So I had to think to get these cups to stand up like this and not be upside down. You know how close it was for them to be upside down. That was hilarious. Imagine my disappointment at the end of my project bag. My cups are upside down. I won't be laughing. I can tell you that. Not after all the efforts. Look forward to seeing what it will look like. Says Cheryl, thank you. Okay, so Inga, you're going to tell me what it means. Why not crochet with tabs? What does tabs mean? Maybe, sorry, I'm so sorry if I'm a bit daft now. Yeah, I worked, not worked. Yeah, well, work. Hey, YouTube is work. Listen, let me do this. There you go. If Barbara or anybody wants to join me. Hello, everyone who has joined the chat. I have missed, says Linda. No. Hooks with tabs from cans. Hello, hello. I've pressed, okay. Add to the stream, press it again. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Tired. Not used to waking up at 7 a.m. in the morning with Sven again.
Oh, okay. So what is she
Sven,
saying?
Sven has come back to school, so today for the first time he's going hooks with tabs. Oh, the little if you got the cans, you got those little lips to pull it open. You can take those off, and you can crochet them into a project.
Ooh, that is interesting. I've never even thought of that. We don't drink.
There's plenty of examples of that on Pinterest as well, so you can look at that.
Yeah, so no. Okay, well, now that I know,
it's still I'm still not fully there, and I've been up for 5 hours, so I'm not there yet. But the bags look great.
Yeah. Oh, you think so? I'm so glad.
Yeah, I'm so glad. I'm kind of partial to bold colors, and then like you had the blue of the jeans and then bold lining. I love that. I have it like both ways, like outside plain color, inside bold colors, or the other way around. So I have both of those. So yeah, I love that.
Yeah, I would also like that. What you're describing there is something I would like. So
yeah, because yes, I have one here.
You can
mine is here.
Also with a button. She says also with a button.
This is mine. This is my round one. Let's put it that way. I got so many.
Okay, let me just see it. Okay, hold it up for us nicely. Wow.
And
my.
And as you can see over here, there are lots of pockets
on the outside.
These are hook pockets right there. So they have like
Yes.
this
Oh, but
tiny.
that's nice.
Can tell that.
Yes. Yes. Oh, Debbie, I do not yet, but it's for the future.
Go in there.
Oh, that is Barbara. That is fantastic. That is such a
And it has
idea.
like smaller pockets and bigger ones, so you can see them next to each other. Right here is a bigger pocket, and then you have
yes.
Like, that would easily work for put a pair of scissors in there. There we go.
Wow.
So that's one. Oh, that's the round one. That's a round bag. Or not fully round. This is the oval one. I have another one that's round as well, but it has a single. Is it behind?
But I think that's very difficult. Don't you think that anything but square is difficult? It's more difficult. Well,
no, actually, no. It's not, because round is one shape. You can be like half a centimeter off on the square, and it will look all wonky.
Oh, okay.
So it's actually easier. There's the other one. Same outside fabric, but a different lining. So I got the orange and the yellow one.
Oh, I love that. And I love that handle. I love that handle.
I took the outside fabric, and then put
like a bias binding. Oh, I like that. Okay. Oh, yes.
So and then put it over like a bias binding. So
yes.
I just flipped it over and made the bottom part like a very wide bias binding.
It's very nice. I'm host a YouTube channel, so you can see what I make. Oh, you must. Are you saying, Inge, that you must make a YouTube channel so we can see what you make? You definitely must. Good morning, Vera. Hello. Oh, that is fantastic. That is fantastic. Did your decorations in the background there change? I see. Hey, yeah. That looks. Is that crochet?
That's Easter stuff. No. That's not crochet. That's actually something we did during the last of the first lockdown we had in Holland. I had to keep Sven occupied, and it was getting close to Easter, so we made that.
Oh, okay. I buy Vera Bradley purses at the thrift store. Then I wash them and alter them to include zippers or drawstrings. Oh, wait, let me just see what that looks like. Oh, how did you make you paint it? Did you paint it?
No. I actually bought this. It's like a crown of branches and twigs. And then a long time ago, I came across these Easter eggs, but a lot of them were damaged. So I took the damaged one and stuck those together in the side, put the light in there, and then used the good ones to decorate the outside with. It's really, really simple.
Wow, but it looks very nice. Inge, well, we're all scared in the beginning, Inge, to start a channel. It's just, you have to start with.
You really have to bite the bullet, and then when you've done the first one, it gets easier.
If you're comfortable with just making a slideshow, and then maybe putting some music to it and uploading that as your first video, then keep doing that. If you're comfortable with showing like this, but with the camera, you're not your face. Keep doing that, because the day will come when you're comfortable enough to just flip that camera. Yes, it's fun, no expensive, and they have lots of pockets and inside zippers, says Debbie.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Yes, it's not lots of.
I prefer not to work with zippers for yarn bags. Just for the idea that it can the yarn can rub over the zipper, and as for some of the yarns is not that a good of idea, and especially not because I work with the very tiny yarns or the thin yarns.
Yes, well, that's just goodbye
yarn. To have the zipper come by it.
That would be goodbye yarn, because I don't know how you'll get that out. Like, yes, no, absolutely. Jamie loves that.
This one would be cut instantly. because it's
okay.
It's only a 2/8.
Oh, it's so small, so tiny.
So tiny, but
What
it
kind
works
of
out
hook?
really nice. This is what it works like.
Ooh, that is lovely. Hello,
So
that is fantastic, fantastic.
it works really sunny. Like, hold up, get that spoon out. But it
I
works
also had
out
to
really
get my
sunny.
spoon out.
So I got tea.
What something? What? Coffee in my cup that looks like what's that word again?
Patchwork or quilting.
You've just got it here. You see, I think my filing is not so organized, so I've got to go looking for it.
The sewing thing has been a constant in my life since I was 12 or 13, around that time. So the first thing I learned to make was actually appliques. I learned to make them myself, like not put them on there. I had to learn how to make appliques myself. So
it's like, let's not start with the easiest thing. Let's start with the most difficult.
No, my mom was like, nah, I'm pretty sure you can sew a straight line. Let's just skip ahead and do something hard. I'm like, really? Thanks, Mom.
You know, we were taught in school at the age of 7, and 8. At 7, only in those 2 years, you were taught embroidery.
Yeah.
Can you believe, so small? And you had to embroider different things, but on checkered material.
It was like on it was like embroidery with yarn on a piece of cardboard with a print on it, and then we had to embroider lines on there or a basket on there. That's how we started. I think I was like 6 or 7 at that time.
Yeah, ours was it's polycotton, printed polycotton.
Yeah.
Little squares, like red and white squares. And you had to now do a pattern. So the squares would sort of, you as a 7 or 8-year-old, it would guide you.
Yeah.
Whatever the teacher said you had to do, that's how your stitches had to look. So
yeah. No, we didn't. We actually they focused a lot more on drawing clay, which I hated. I hated working with clay. The feeling of clay in my hands grosses me out. Really,
my daughter's going like
so I'm like,
oh, because she is like sculptor.
Yeah, I like my mom loves it. She made like all kinds of with Fimo clay. She made like elves and whatnot and everything, and then put with sewing, gave them clothes and everything. And it just grossed me out. But anything with fabric or yarn, I'm good with. I think I learned how to sew. I learned how to sew by hand at like the age of 8. And started with the machine on 12, 13. And then I think I learned how to knit when I was like 8 or 9 years old.
Like, I knew how to knit, we were taught at school,
but not.
It was a subject.
No, they couldn't teach me at school. I'm left-handed. So I'm left-handed because they thought that because I was left-handed, I would not be able to do knitting, crochet, or anything. So they never taught me. And my grandma was like, why? It's two needles. You need to work with both hands. It's not a left or right-handed thing. Or so she thought. So she taught me, and I apparently taught me right-handed. So, and I'm actually the only thing I'm left-handed with is writing. Like I cut with my right hand. I do not have a left-handed scissor. No.
We had to get our sewing license practicing on paper to sew on lines. Really?
No,
Vera is making a dinosaur curtain tie back. Now is that crocheted, Vera?
That sounds probably interesting.
I'm laughing and going to wake up the crew. No, let's skip ahead. Start amigurumi. Thanks, Mom.
Actually, that is how I started crocheting. The first thing I learned was amigurumi.
Hello, Carla. Yes. Well, I must tell you, that's the first thing my daughter learned how to crochet was She wanted to make a cat. Yeah, I like making the polymer clay.
Actually, I just asked because I was like, my friend said I couldn't figure it out. Whenever I tried, I couldn't figure it out. And then this year at Easter, it will be 4 years ago, she showed me how to do it. And
wow.
Yeah, I've only been crocheting for almost 4 years now. But I've been designing since 3.5 years. Because I started designing my own stuff like 6 months in. I was like,
I think you were just a natural. I think you were just a natural at it. Don't you think so?
I just see how just the same with sewing. I see how the pattern line should go. And
yeah, but not everybody does.
Just figure it out.
Not everybody sees that, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I hear what you're saying, but can you hear what I'm saying? You're special. Not everybody has that, does that. Yeah. So
yeah, so
okay, this is the book.
That's how I started. I started with like something simple, like making an Easter egg. That's literally the first thing I crocheted was an Easter egg.
Wow. Let me just. I wanted to show you this book. This is the book. Let me see if you can see it. Can you see? Super cute crochet.
Yeah. Oh, that looks cute. I'm just wondering why they put it together like that, but that's me.
This book, One Holiday, it's quite a thick book, and in South Africa, this is an expensive book because this was over 300 rands, and for me, it's $19.95, $20.
Yeah, that's a pretty hefty
price.
But yeah, for pretty hefty price for a crochet book.
But now, so she wanted this book, this One Holiday. So I thought to myself, wow, this can be an amazing waste of money, so I had to think about it while we all were in the book. And I bought it. Then she came to me and she said to me, this is now, say like 3 months later, she wants to make this. Because now remember, my daughter is not someone who likes pink. She doesn't like dolls. She loves animals, and she loves working with her hands, and so very much opposite me. So I said, okay, you want to learn how to do that? You book me next Saturday, my bedroom. This time you sit behind my right shoulder and you do it. And when I looked over my right shoulder afterwards, she had the knife grip. Now I have the pencil grip, so I thought this was weird, but I just left it. The result was there.
Don't know what my grip is called. I'm always like, this is the pencil grip, right? So, I have like this.
Well, that's a knife grip.
Okay.
I would think that's a knife grip.
Yeah.
I would think that where you have it under your hand, if your hand is over it.
Yeah,
because if you hold it, okay, I don't have a hook now, but if you hold it either
I don't have a natural hold, so no.
Or like this, or like this is pencil. But as soon as your hand goes over like a knife, then it's knife. I would think.
Yeah, I have it like that. I cannot have a normal hold because of my reconstructed hand.
But that looks even.
I'm not sure. Okay, so I have an operation line going from here.
Okay, Linda says you are a knife holder.
Okay,
let me just quickly catch up.
Over here, they basically don't care how you hold your hand as long as you do.
Linda says also, my dad taught me right-handed, and I am. Her dad taught her right-handed. And hi there, James from the Perkins Life. I'm so glad to see you. Linda, did you see my comment about your win? Is Granny D is asking that, and Nene is saying I only eat, write, and crochet with my left hand. Everything else is with my right hand. Good morning.
I'm completely right-handed except for writing. Because apparently as a kid, I had this idea that with my left hand, I would write from left to right, and with my right hand from right to left, which is in mirror. So I could write the same speed, the same type of letters, but it would be in mirror. So my teacher would have to hold it up in front of the mirror to be able to read what I wrote.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so by
I've
then
never heard
she was like, yeah, you're just a lefty. So it's not gonna change. Well,
Okay.
that was
No, but
I think kids' logic, the child's logic is a whole lot different than adult logic. And my child logic said writing with your left hand is from left to right, but writing with your right hand is from right to left. And you could not be swaying me off it. They tried. Oh, they tried. Roman Catholic school. So yeah, they tried.
There is, Jamie says 4 years and you can recreate an entire universe made from yarn. You see now, that's talent. That's not just at work now, gotta run. Laurie's probably gone by now. Thank you for popping in. Okay, so Linda apparently won something. You've got to go check it out. Hook to the left.
Nice.
Linda, my mom was a lefty and taught me to knit, thinking that it didn't matter because there were 2 needles in both hands. So I knit left-handed stitches with my right hand.
Oh, that is basically what my grandma did, because she was like, there is no left or right-handed knit. She didn't know, but it was right-handed what she was teaching me. But she was like, there is no left or right hand because you have a needle in both hands. So that's how that's her logic. She was like, there's a needle in both hands, so it's apparent, but it's right-handed knitting, and I'm right-handed in crochet and right-handed in sewing. I'm right-handed in cutting. It's cutting fabric. The scissors are right-handed as well. So the only thing I do is left-handed, which actually helps when you're working on something, because I have it in my right hand and then write it down with my left. Because I have
that's a miracle
upon notebooks here.
Yeah, if I was a child, we were punished if we were left. If we write left. Yes,
That's
you
the
know
same
what?
I had.
They
tried to force me when I went to a different school for a short period. They tried to force me to become a right-handed, and I had like a swollen hand and everything, and I couldn't do it. And then finally, my mom had to go to school like, it's not working. Stop abusing my kid.
It's good that you've got a mom that actually goes and says, look, this is, because not all parents don't intervene.
No, a lot of them don't, which I don't get, because you're seriously hurting those kids.
You're not one of them.
No.
You're a mommy who would go and see the teacher and have a socially appropriate conversation. I used to go to the school.
Not so socially appropriate. If they try to force my kid into something that is physically harmful for him, especially because Sven has a physical issue. He is disabled, and he has a wheelchair. He doesn't have it for laughs and giggles. I mean, you get it. We get a wheelchair from the government here. So he has a custom-made wheelchair, which is made for him. You do not get that if you don't have a serious issue. That's how simple it works. You need to have an issue, and it needs to be confirmed by doctors, and then you get the supplies you need. And apparently, because he cannot walk for more than 30 minutes before his joints start locking up or dislocating or causing serious pain, they made him walk 11 kilometers.
Oh, no.
The tears were running down his face. He was hysterical. I was called by one of the parents that actually, because I had said that he was not allowed to go on this pilgrimage walk. We're doing a pilgrimage walk. Yeah, they did a pilgrimage
11
walk.
11 kilometers is heck of a far.
Yeah, 11 kilometers. And I was called by one of the parents that actually was there to help the kids. And she was like, why is this kid walking? And I hadn't given permission for them to take Sven with them. But the teacher thought that Sven was actually, can I say this nicely? That Sven was lying about having an issue.
Of course. He didn't believe the child. He thought he was trying to get out of it. That much is very Yeah.
And he did not have written permission for me to take him out of school and take him on the pilgrimage. So yeah, the consequences are that the teacher is now fired because I was not that nice. Oh. The teacher is fired. The school was fined.
My daughter goes like this. Yes.
Yeah. That's me. That's me. Like, I go full out. I'm like, he's got to go. He's hurting kids. He's got to go.
On her.
So yeah, I made sure that he was fired, and Sven was out of school Sven was out of school for a week because he had arthritis infections in his knees because of it. So
you can think here what it does to a child to be so. I can tell you, I absolutely agree with you in that sense, because I raised my child. Look here, socially appropriate, huh? I've never heard the term before. Whisper, where on earth do you live? Here the teachers can't even give out a facial tissue without permission. She's in the Netherlands.
I'm in the Netherlands. They can give you a tissue without permission, but they're not allowed to take him out of school without permission. That's for sure. They're not allowed to take him on outings or whatever without permission, and he did it anyway. So that was like, okay, you're done. You're mine.
And I think the fact that teacher, that other parent contacted you, I mean, if I was there and saw it, my heart would go out to this child, and I would also want to inform the parent that, look, this is what's going on here, and this shouldn't be going on here. You know? So Claire says that is
exactly what she did, because she was, I made sure that he got fired, because I was not having it. It was not happening. Not to my kid. I'm the worst parent for a teacher to deal with. I know that. I'm fully aware of it, and I don't give a shit. To put it frankly, I don't care.
No, but look.
Because my kid is like my other son, because Sven is in special education because of a physical disability. My other son is autistic. Not so much on the visible on the outside, but because he has ADD, so he cannot actually lose himself into his own little world. But because of the ADD, he's forced to stay in our world and not in his own world. But when you have a teacher that actually goes to your son and says, "Oh, you're stupid." Excuse me? Yeah, because because his IQ test wasn't high. For one, you cannot test a kid with untreated ADD.
Yes.
Because there's a flight. Ooh, gone is his attention. Yeah, they have an attention span of a gnat, so that is not going to work. And he has autism. You cannot test him.
The Asperger. Is it Asperger? Are you talking about Asperger?
No, he has classic autism. Like Rain Man autism. He is highly intelligent, but because of the ADD, he cannot focus. Because they were like, "Oh, we cannot teach him." So really, why can I? If you cannot teach him, then why can I teach him? Because he was, all my kids are raised trilingual. By the age of 16, they all know Dutch, English, and German.
Yes.
Sven was 7 when he was fluent in English. John was about 6 or 7 when he was fluent in English. And they were about 15, 16, and they were fluent in German and English and Dutch. But they couldn't teach him anything, and I was like, he can speak English. If I can teach him that, why can you not teach him math?
Who taught them German? You know German that well?
Pretty good, yeah.
You are very good. I want to tell you,
we live about an hour from the German border. I live in the Netherlands. I live in the southeast of the Netherlands, so close to the German border. Actually, the complete list, because Denisha says ADD is a hard thing to deal with on its own. The complete list that he has is ADD, PDD, NOS, which is a compilation name of all kinds of things.
Pervasive developmental delay, not otherwise specified. Yeah, my son was also diagnosed with that. And
he has had that one. He has NLD, which is nonverbal learning disorder, as well as classic autism.
Now, I understand, because you know what? I worked at a center for children with autism for 14 years. And I know that we often struggled to bring this, the director, to bring this concept over that you cannot test a child that has not had therapy or how do you say, intervention for their intellect, because give them, help them to a point where they can understand us and can give us what we need, then test the intellect. Because before that,
same with John, because of the autism, he didn't speak until he was 6. He was closed up. He didn't speak much of anything until he was 6 years old, just random words. So,
yes, my son also started speaking at 6 only.
And it's kind of like there has to be a switch on the inside that flips on, and then they'll know how to talk. But how can you test a 5-year-old who cannot or isn't speaking? He can speak some, but he isn't speaking. Has ADD, has autism, and you're testing his IQ. You're right. That is not going to work.
All these, what did we call it? We called it comorbid.
Yeah.
Because you've got one, but often we also find, I don't know if you found that or anybody, because I see here that Claire says my oldest is ASD, and I ended up taking him out of school and home educating him and his brother. And Althea says, Althea is now South African.
I wish we had that here.
Wow, can you take us shopping with yourself? I want to see where you live. Shop, please. I watched Ursula's silent shopping trip twice now. This is Jamie from Alaska.
Over here, we're in lockdown, so ASD is autistic spectrum disorder.
Spectrum disorder, that's correct. There we go, Crafty Claire. There we go.
I wish I could take you guys shopping right now, but all non-essential shops are still closed. They have been closed since mid-December and have not opened up yet.
Yes.
So we're already in three months, and it's going to be longer. So we're nearing 3.5 months of full lockdown, and there's no end in sight.
Are you in full lockdown? Are you in full lockdown?
All non-essential shops are closed. The only shops that are open are grocery stores, drugstores, and pharmacies, and that's it.
But that must be so crippling on the economy.
It is.
I mean, besides
they've tried. They did not. What they did? Yeah, we're helping. Is they're doing now is the call and pickup service. So you can call any store now, and if you need anything,
so they're trying to
tell them.
But
you cannot go into but you cannot go into the store. You can pick it up at the door, and that's it.
You see, socially appropriate is so into my brain that I say socially appropriate, I mean socially distancing.
I understand. No, but it's over here. The shopping is still not an issue, not a possibility. I wish I could, because right now I'm like, I want to go and visit yarn stores and craft stores and all that, but there's none. The only thing I can do is dye yarn and do it myself.
Oh, you know what I would love to learn how to do is not dyeing. Look, I'd like to do it once or twice. I'm not so interested in that, but in spinning, I would love to sort of master that craft.
That is something that's going
spinning wheel. Now my mother goes.
Something that takes a long time to actually master. I've seen my friend does it, Sadie Spincraft. She has a channel on YouTube. She is amazing with it. But yeah, it takes a long time. Sadie Spincraft. on YouTube.
Yes, I'm subscribed to Sadie Spincraft, and hello, Reggie. So glad
Hi,
to
Reggie.
see you. I've got a special guest here, and she's a sewing magician. You're special in my book. Speech therapy would be very difficult wearing a mask. It is so important for the child to see the mouth movement. Absolutely.
That's absolutely what they do. They actually do speech therapy here right now, and the only thing they do is they put a gigantic acrylic plate in between the kids and the therapist. So you come in wearing a mask.
Yes.
They both sit down, and then they can take the mask off, so they can at least see the faces and they can see the movement. Because otherwise, it's totally impossible.
Yes. But I would think that because in our pharmacies and many of the shops, people wear, it's like a visor with a see-through.
Those are not allowed here.
So I would have thought that would be okay. Maybe not. I don't know.
Not allowed here. No, it's really it's face mask. Oh, thank you.
There we go.
Oh, this is one I dyed. This is one that I dyed. This is a speckled yarn I dyed.
She says she also likes to watch Sadie, but what I would like to do, I know, look, I can imagine that what I've seen, and I've watched a lot of videos before I started my channel now, obviously, and my mother is like, what? You want to learn how to spin the yarn? For me, it's too much to even make.
It's becoming a lost craft. It's becoming a lost craft. I'm glad that people are being, interested in it, because
I would love to master that. Yes, because it's sensory. I don't know. It's a sensory thing,
thing. It's for sure it's a sensory thing, but it's also it's a craft that is otherwise going to be lost, which is going to be a crying shame.
Yeah,
you don't want to lose.
Good morning, Ursula. Hello, Consuelo. Hello.
Hi, Consuelo.
Debbie, we're up late or we're up early. It can be either or. Because Debbie says that
Granny D, she's up early, but yeah, I mean, D, it's really early for you, right?
It's 7 a.m. Eastern time. So, oh, Reggie says she's a party animal. What party? There we go. Party animal. Debbie, you party animal. Why? Wait, I missed that one. Every time I want to click on it, then there we go. Yes, not has speech in since March. Yes.
Yeah.
Because
you're homeschooling that, because we have them in our schools, because we're special education schools. We have it's different from America than we have in Holland. We have special education school that's for the kids with the mental disabilities. Then you have a special basic education, which is the same as your normal schools, smaller classes, more individual attention. So that's also a specialized school, but not as drastic. And then you go to high school, special high school, because Sven right now is in a specialized high school.
How do people who can't wear face masks do anything? Barbara's asking. I cannot wear a mask because I literally quit breathing. So I have a clear shield, but don't go out.
The people that cannot wear a mask because of medical issues actually get a permission slip to not have to wear a mask. Everybody else around you is obligated to wear a mask.
Wow.
So you're
Sorry,
being protected
because
the doctors.
Who gives permission not to wear a mask?
The doctor gives
the
permission
doctor.
for it. Yeah. Because of medical issues, you'll get basically a dispensation to not have to wear it. So you won't have to wear a mask. Everybody else will have to wear a real mask. Not like none of the visor. The visor thing doesn't work.
Oh wow! Why? Sorry, why? I'm just asking. Interesting. Why?
Because it has too much of a different distance between yourself and and it can go around the mask and it can go up the mask. The virus, so it doesn't protect you at all.
Okay.
I didn't know because I was like, oh, that works. It's the first thing I thought was, oh, that works. It doesn't. They showed
because I would think the droplets
what it would do.
Yeah.
They showed with like with paint and air and with dye, whatever. They showed the airflow around a mask, and you could literally see it curl and then go underneath. You literally see it curl underneath, and they were like, oh, it doesn't. So the little paint droplets were on the mannequin that they put the mask on, and you could literally see. And when they did it with the paint and the air with a filtered mask, as soon as they took the filtered mask off, that was completely clean. Where the mask was everywhere else, it was still there. So that's why in Holland the visors are not allowed. They're not even being sold here.
Wow, I'm amazed. So after class yesterday,
I saw one wearing one on TV, and he had like the face mask and then the visor, but that was in a shop. The man works with vegetables and stuff.
Yeah, so we also
but he had like the.
I see that too. Jamie says to Reggie. So after class yesterday, I text my parents to tell them I must find bison fiber. Can't they get some from their friends who has a bison farm? Ursula won't want me to repeat the answer. Well, I tell you now, Granny D, last night in your live, you read the message, but you actually read the second part. I was saying to Reggie, after her university, I went over to Granny D. Just quickly had a bath, went to Granny D, because it's late night here by us then, you know. And I'm thinking, I come from the university. Now I'm going to be the sharpest pencil in this case. And here comes Reggie. Okay, not the sharpest pencil anymore. So that's what I was saying. I thought I'm the sharpest pencil in this case. And then Reggie showed up. So that's what Granny D, that's what that was about.
One fiber I have not worked with yet, and I really want to try it out. It's a milk fiber yarn.
Milk?
Yeah.
What? Milk. Like in milk.
Cow milk.
So explain that, because now
well, apparently they can make fiber out of it. I had no idea. I seen it. Sadie actually worked with it once, and I saw it on hers, and I seen a few of the online shopping things that they were talking about ordering. I think from what is it called? Ice Yarns? I think Ice Yarn has one. And they were talking about that they ordered one milk yarn, and I was like, I want to try it. Apparently it's soft. I have no idea. That's why I want to try it. Because I've tried camel, which I do not like. I do not like camel. Did not like camel. Okay. I like mohair, but it's mohair, silk, all that. I love that, but I didn't like camel. Didn't agree with me.
But you know, I've only worked with here. We work a lot with bamboo, cotton, silk. What we do have, how do you say, indigenous or here, is now what is that sheep? Merino. Merino is made here and exported.
Yeah.
I was listening to talking about
the one I have is not South African merino. I have South American merino.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I was saying that merino here is actually a little bit expensive, you know, because I don't know if it's in all countries like that. If they have something that they export, your locals pay a bit more for it because it's an export product.
Not really. No, not for us.
Yeah, well,
really. I mean, I thought actually, because I looked at Hirschner's yesterday. I went online and checked them, and I was like, oh, I'm not paying for that. That is so expensive compared to Holland. It's like, no.
Oh.
Because for us, Scheepjes is our brand.
Yes.
So we're used to going there. I'm like, excuse me, and we thought that was expensive. We thought that was an expensive brand. And then I went on Hirschner's and I was like, okay, it's not as expensive as I thought it was.
Kind of weird. I'm smoking that I want to try knitting up some buffalo here. If Michael's store really is lacking yarn that much. Oh, that is so fun. That's the answer, Reggie. So hello, Beth. So glad to see you. And it's lunchtime. Bye. Reggie says, that is hilarious. No. Hello, Deborah, lurking and listening from work. So glad to see you. Yes, I now have the, the acrylics that I bought and that I must use for my outside of the bag. So now I can go and play around. But it took me, can you believe? Now you will believe it. No, well, it won't take you that long, but it took me most of Saturday and Sunday from about 9 a.m. until the end of Granny D's live, which was 11 p.m. Of course, with a lunch break, just a short lunch break and so on, and comfort breaks in between. But to make all these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 linings and 3 bags.
That's actually not that bad. You need to check that you have 2 bags with lining. 2 bags with lining.
Yeah, I have the lining. Yeah, line.
And then you have
it just needs a handle.
Yeah. So that is actually not that
This
bad.
one is done.
Yeah, I love that one.
This one is done. So finished. This one is finished. Yeah. And then the other one is nearly finished because I only have to sew up that handle.
Yeah,
that's what I like about the box style.
The making part is basically done. You just need to do the finishing touches on that one.
And that is so great what you said, because now that I have this box border lining in place, I'm only going to take this, and crochet in like amigurumi single crochets thing, and then you said 1 row bigger, work it in the back loop so that it has a ridge, and then just keep going because it's going to form a tube. Yeah, what I tell you, this is such fantastic advice, because now this, and then my daughter made one where I lined it, but then I actually took it to be lined because at that time my sewing machine wasn't working. So it would be nice once it comes up here, and then take that width and just keep going with a handle that is sturdy, nice and sturdy. But on the other hand, you're not going to put groceries in it. You're putting wool in it, which is light.
Exactly. So it doesn't really need
to be sturdy.
Much enforcement into it. But what I said earlier, which you can do, because he used felt for the firming up the bag.
Yes, felt, thick felt.
Yeah. And you can also get, it's really cheap to get, it's iron-on interfacing.
Oh, okay.
So you can iron it on, you cut out the pattern pieces you want to make, then you put them on iron-on interfacing, and then you can just iron it together, and then you'll see that the fabric will get stiffened.
See you all later, Reggie. Reggie says she literally has to go and...
Yes, no, she's going to have lunch. It's lunchtime over here.
You were really busy working on the bags, Ursula. I think you got a lot of work done in one day.
Did.
It took 2 days. But all the lives, from Kim's live...
But you do not have like the setup like I have.
Yeah.
I have the setup like I have 2 tables up in my attic. One has the sewing machine, one is the serger. So I can just go back and
dreams.
Forth. No,
the
actually,
stuff dreams are made of.
I hate that thing. The serger has been in the shop more often than I have. Just because it keeps breaking on me. Those things are so delicate on the inside. So because there's a lot of iron wire hooks and loops that the thread goes through.
Yes,
I
must tell you, I must tell you that I bent one needle point.
Only one?
I don't know why, because I wasn't sewing
probably
anything.
The jeans.
It might have, pardon?
Probably been at the jeans.
I think at some point it was a bit thick. So whatever, when it was a bit thick, I would take it. You know how you roll it with your hand instead of with the foot pedal?
Yeah.
Just because I thought, let me feel. I want to feel if you can go through. If you can go through, you can go through. But if you're not, I'm not going to force you. And I know at some points the jeans and the lining and the felt was a bit much. And then there I would leave it or see if I could do something.
But you know what? Because it's cotton lining, you have cotton fabric. There's if you feel cotton fabric, you'll feel tiny little graining in it. If you go rub the cotton fabric, you'll feel graining inside, like there's tiny little grains in there.
Okay.
And a needle can, if it just hits that graining just off, it can bend a needle or break one. I've had needle points launched at me so many times.
I was so glad that didn't happen yesterday when I heard that I heard something and I thought, wait, just freeze. Whatever wants to go anywhere, I want to see where it's going. So at one point, now I think this was Saturday night during Granny D's live. I think because it was late and I called my husband because I said, now this is now silly me because for some, let me just read Jamie's comment is, Reggie, I'm on a mission to get that bison fiber. Seriously, the buffalo is on our license plates and on every official document in our province. Mascots, surely I can get this locally. Well, good luck with that.
Locally. Yeah, you should.
You know when you thread, when you put this on top.
Somebody that might know who is a Canadian is Kim's Crochet and Knits.
Oh, okay. Kim's Crochet and Knits.
Because she also spins fiber.
Okay.
So she might actually know.
You know how you...
okay,
so Jamie... Yes, Jamie, there you go. Kim's Crochet and Knits. Have a look. You know how you put this on top of your... This is on top of your sewing machine. Now it threads through something. Mm-hmm. Our minds go down and up again. But the first thing it goes through does not move. But now for some reason, maybe it was late at night, I thought, oh, this thing does not move. It's stuck. So I call my husband to take a piece off. We cannot get what is stuck. Plus, now we put it together again. So a little spring falls out. He says he doesn't know where that spring goes in. I said, well, I don't know either. Let's put it back.
Well, that was your tension.
And if it sews, it sews. And if it doesn't, then at least if I take it to be repaired, I can tell him, look, this is a little spring. That sewing machine goes fine without that little spring. I don't know where it came out. But anyway.
I know it is from inside that part. It is the tension spring, but it is not something that will destroy your tension. Basically, you have the spring and the thread goes through the spring. And that's it. And it just doesn't go through it anymore. But that's not an issue. That's not too bad.
Well, I'm telling you, I sewed fine after that. But after he put it together again, I thought to myself, how stupid was that? Because my daughter came and she said she also doesn't think that thing has ever moved. But now in my mind, it was the one thing goes up and down. And this one.
Well, it looks a little bit like a wheel, but it doesn't move. No.
Yes, no, it doesn't move. And I thought, but you see, it's because
and if I'm making the and I always forget what the name is for them in English. The bottom thread,
try it in any other language.
Spoeltje.
The bobbin. The bobbin. The spool.
Yeah. And if you're making that for my machine, I have to make sure that it goes around like this. But if I'm going for the sewing part, it has to go around the other way.
Yes.
And because otherwise it has to go like that for the bobbin, and it has to go like that for the sewing. And if I forget that, it will just bunch up everything and just make an entire mess. So
I tell you, I always have one or two projects I set maximum, right? Because years ago I took that decision only to do have two, and not because of anything beautiful like what do you say, self-discipline or whatever. I was fed up with the amount of whips I had. Made a life decision not to do it. Good morning, David. Welcome in. And from then on, I just never had more than 2 whips. Hi, good morning, Wendy Bell. And but now I thought this weekend I thought I didn't get to my temperature blanket. So now definitely after sewing this up, I want to finish it and then catch up on my temperature blanket.
Yeah.
And then I can start and make I want to make one around this. And then I don't know, maybe it might be a good idea, seeing as I'm crocheting it, to film how I make the outside of this bag and just explain to those who are as inexperienced as I am how the box method works, because it is so very easy to explain if you only know the basics, to say, okay, you put 2 pieces and you do this.
You'd only for all kinds of bag making, as long as you're not putting a zipper inside, it can be done with just the basic sewing knowledge. Zippers will give you something extra to work with, but I'm not working with any zippers. So
I do.
That is the queen of whips right there. D. She has so many. Yikes.
Mount Whippet.
I thought I was bad, but well, I actually have 3 whips project. Hey, Linda.
Hello, Barbara. Hello, Ursula.
Hello, Linda.
Well,
listen. You don't have a lot of whips. Oh, wait, let me just see then. Okay, wait, let me see. I want to see.
It's
closer up.
Oh, that's nice.
What is that? What is that?
It's the start of a capelet. So.
Oh, nice. Are you going
to? Are you following a pattern?
No, I'm writing one.
Of course not. Barbara doesn't need a pattern. Like, what the heck would I do with a pattern?
And then I have the houses that I'm working on.
Ooh,
but I have to wait until I wanted a shade darker than this gold brown, because it's like a gold color. And I wanted the shade darker for the bottom part, and it hasn't come in yet. So that's why it's still a whip. Otherwise, it would have been done. I'm waiting on the yarn. And I got my dragons.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
Wow. Okay. But
those I had so much issues with my hand with the cold. With the cold, I had so much issues with my hand, so I put them aside until the weather is okay, and now I can. Hey!
Hey!
I've got a new member.
Welcome.
Woo! Granny D, where's me bells? Southern bells, fetch me bells.
So with the cold, I couldn't work with the super fine stitching that I'll need for the finishing touches of the dragon. So I thought, like, okay, that's why I put them in the Ziploc baggies with all the yarn that is needed for it, and then wait until this weather actually makes up its mind.
Just, Granny D, thank you so much for joining the Square Squad, and I will certainly put up whatever I need to put up. Barbara, can you not show us those dragons? I just want to see it. Good morning, Natia.
Well, this is the start of one. This is not the finished one. This is the base.
Yes, and yay. You all have one of it. Oh, that is... Okay, so now what are you going to add to that?
Wings, horns, wings, horns, legs. So they still need their legs. They still need their the tip of the tip of the tail, their wings, and their horns and their ears. Otherwise, they can't hear you.
You don't have a finished one or a picture? No, yet, not yet. Well, I can't wait to see it.
A picture. Wait, hold on. I can show you a picture.
Are you allowed to show a picture? It's one of those not allowed. Oh
no, it's my own design, so it's sure it's allowed. I designed it, so why not?
No. But look, you've got things going on, you know. So
no.
Of course,
it's not a part of that. It's not a part of that.
Okay.
So,
but that is gorgeous.
Where are you?
Granny D, I'm sure you have some that you are done with. Frog them and you're down some whips, says Denisha. Ooh.
I've got 2 whips. I've got the baby blanket baby shawl that I'm just about.
Woo, Linda. Lift that thing up while Barbara is looking for it. Please. Okay, there you go. Wait. Okay. Barbara, just freeze. Oh, that is good. Is that a blanket? GrannySquare blanket.
Yes, with the ruffle, the trim. I'm just working on
the ruffle trim.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, that is absolutely gorgeous.
And then
here's the I just want to let me see. How do I bring that add to stream, and then there we go. Wow! Look at me now.
Oh, they're lovely. You're so talented, Barbara. They are.
Oh, okay. So now just let us look. Okay, there's the horns, there's the wings, and the tail. And I love that. Isn't that just now? I love the one with on the screen on the second from the right, that blue and green and ooh la la. That is beautiful.
Actually, that is. Oh, do I have you here? I think I have another ball of that yarn to make another one of those, because that is a heavy favorite. No, I don't have it here. It's upstairs.
I don't want to remove that one if okay, Barbara, you can remove the big screen.
Because otherwise, if I go back, that's what you get.
Okay, I don't want to. Okay, but it only tells me like ban from studios. I don't want to ban because that picture is, there's much more this time, next time, you know. So I don't want to ban anything, and then how to unban? Oh, heck no. So but that is beautiful because I love that. You know, I don't think, okay, that's me now. I don't think I like something, then I do it. But now you sort of meet so many people who say amigurumi.
Yeah.
It's like it's contagious. And
you
also want to try it.
It's insane. Over here, it's insane.
Well,
it's blown up over here. There are so many patterns here that you can name anything and there's a pattern for it.
Well, I've never done an amigurumi. This was my first one, and I just fell in love. This is my little pussycat. It had to be a pussycat because I'm a cat lover, and
that is cute.
I just love it. And I'm in the process of doing a rabbit for a friend. So they're my 2 whips. But I've got the Birthstone Cal, and I've also got
the what Cal? The what
Cal? Crochet along blanket. Birthstone. So every month Judy gives is it Judy? Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, it is. A birthstone colour. So like this month.
Oh, birthstone.
Birthstone.
Now I'm like, I just couldn't make out that word. Sorry. Sorry.
Stone. Anyway, thank you.
I'm thinking birthstone, and yeah, I was thinking a lot of other things now, trying to get to the right thing. That was the best decision you could have made. I'm so bad. I got a ton of whips by trying. Oh, you mean to never have more than 2 whips? Well, that was a life decision, you know. It's like turning a corner. Sometimes in life you have to turn a corner. Sorry, there you go.
So I've got the blanket and the rabbit. They're my whips. I've got the birthstone blanket that's a cal, which I'll do throughout the year. And I'm doing my challenges Granny Square blanket.
Which is like dragons.
Because I've never done
Latia's asking
people.
No, I made the pattern for the dragon.
Latia, you know, Barbara does not consult patterns. Patterns consult Barbara. You must just get the order right.
Well, it's part, actually, the dragon design you liked was part of a crochet along that I did in Holland, that I did the pattern for. There we go.
Hey, oh, there we go. You see? That blanket is beautiful and the dragons are adorable. I have a dragon started too, has been sitting for a few months. Well, Jamie, maybe this is just the thing you need. Okay, there we let's just I was telling someone yesterday that I suddenly have about 5 new whips, which is probably an indication that my annual February slump might be coming to an end. Yes, she must be She must be the Chuck Norris of crochet. Listen, don't touch Chuck Norris, because I'm a Chuck Norris fan, and whatever that tells you about me, maybe nobody needs to know.
I think you can see what I taught people to make in the crochet along.
Oh, that's brilliant!
Ooh, wow, that is so gorgeous. Ooh, I tell you, what is that? Ooh, that is so gorgeous. So there's the dragon that I like with the blue and the green. And look at that. What is it? The strawberry. It looks like strawberry, but it's mushroom. What is it?
It's
that red.
That's mushrooms. Yeah.
Mushrooms. And then, ooh, Barbara, you know what? If a child would come into your house, a little girl that's young enough to appreciate that, it would be like, because I remember going to my aunt's home, and my aunt used to just absolutely make things for my cousins. And my cousin was 6 years younger than me, and then another one 7 years younger than me. And I would be like, whoa, I wish my mom could do half of what my aunt could do. Yikes, like, I got a fright now. I was looking at the picture and whoop, what happened? And it's what happens when the IT guy comes on TeamViewer and he's busy there, and it feels like, what's going on? Yes, look, Latia also says they're very talented. Oh, everybody loves it, Barbara. No, but we, of course, she is. Yeah, well, it's not news that you are talented. You know, you are very talented. So, and it inspires us, right? Yeah. And it's also nice to know that Linda it's not who you are, hey, it's who you know. And we happen to know Barbara. If we get stuck, we can always invite her to a live and pick her brain. Now, isn't that privileged? Hey, I like that.
Yeah.
If you need any help, I'll help.
There you go. Well, everybody loves it. I'm not a huge fan of amigurumi, probably because I'm not good at it, but I'm passionate about dogs. Now, I've seen some amazing dog amigurumi photos. And there, Althea says, Linda, that's gorgeous. Linda, just hold up that little, can you just hold up the blanket so that we see nothing of you? Not in a bad way. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean, so that we see all of the blanket. Oh, there we go. Okay, now. You're peeking at us. That is beautiful. You see, I know you. That's beautiful. And it's all white, like Ingrid from Ingrid's Inspirations always say. Every baby needs an all white blanket. What is, Barbara, in your tradition, well, maybe it's modern now, it's different.
No, it's actually whatever
Mama likes.
Yeah, basically, or whatever theme you're going with. For Jessica, I had minty green and white. which was
Is
not
your daughter's
a
name
typical
Jessica?
Dutch girl. Yeah, my daughter's name is Jessica.
My daughter's name is Jessica. Snap!
I have a
That's fantastic.
27-year-old that's named Jessica, but my son actually had a bright blue and orange theme in his bedroom.
Bright blue and orange, because I remember you say you like
orange,
blue, yellow, and white. Denims with a white
orange,
top and like yellow.
He had orange walls, and his bed curtains, or I'm not sure what they call it, but you have them on the canopy that you have around the baby beds.
Yes.
That was bright blue, and it had little ladders going up with little bears on them. So yeah, that's and had white wood, and then for the furniture as well as from one wall was made out of white wood, and then he had blue, orange around. So he had because he was born in November, so he had bright colors, which made his room warmer instead of cooler.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Sven had yellow and lime green in his room. Lime green was like the it thing, and I was like, yeah, well, it just matches his room, so.
but it's not. I mean, I like those colors. Sounds like colors, some sort of sports team.
Yeah, you would think so, but no.
Well, when I had my boys, when my first son was born, I did all white. Because I didn't know because we didn't have scans and didn't know what I was having, so I had white. And then for my second son, I had mint green.
Oh, that works. That's a neutral color.
So you say you had all white because you didn't know what you were having. And then for your second son, you had mint green. Why? Because you didn't know what you were having?
No, I didn't know what I was having. I didn't know because when I had my boys, my eldest is 40 in August. So when I had my boys, there were scans, but they weren't, kind of 12 weeks you go and have a scan and then you go and find out what the baby is. There was none of that when I had my boys, so I didn't know what I was having. So it was just
I did not know for my daughter. I didn't want to know.
No.
And she was born, and I had the white and minty green, so that worked for her as well. Mm-hmm. And then my son didn't give me the option. I had a scan just to see if everything was okay, because he had tried to get out at 6 months. And so they did a scan, and he was right in there, full on in scream, I'm a boy, you cannot miss me, I'm a boy. So and the same with the youngest one. Even if he had wanted to keep it a secret, or he made sure we knew. Full frontal view. And okay, you're a boy.
My husband has been watching on the big screen where we are watching the coffee and chatting. He was amazed by the crochet work. Trevor, yes. Trevor and I worked together when I was 21. I turned 21 at that firm. And it was a marine firm. We did, that was years ago. So it was, we had all the people from all countries working there. And
that's good.
Very lovely. Yeah, I'm telling you, I was in 20 and 21 when I worked at that firm. And I worked for, you know how you do a submarine? I worked for hull and outfit, that part of the submarine section. Yeah. It was secret then, but then everything changed. Anyway, but now, so Trevor, I'm so happy and delighted that you are watching. So that is fantastic. I wanted to show David. Bev, that's all gorgeous. I'm looking forward to seeing that bag. Bev does the most gorgeous crocheted bags. Everybody's saying good morning, how are you today? Everybody's doing well. I wanted to show David about the dog, because I asked now quickly my daughter to look in this book. So let me just quickly go on the big screen and just show you. This was my daughter's first book, I said. that I bought her, and I asked her quickly, have a look if there's a dog inside. So David, there is a dog inside of this.
Oh,
So,
pickle the puppy.
I mean, there is a sheep, a cow, and this is, what is this? A horse, Pete the guinea pig, Camilla the pretty pony. Wait, let me see if you can see. Camilla the pretty pony. Sorry for the light now, but you know, if it wasn't for the light, we'd be so in the darkness. So there's so many things in here.
Oh, I like the bees.
Wait, let me see if I'm too dark. Yeah, this is eggs, hatching eggs. This is Mr. and Mrs. Bertie Buff Orpington. This is the Mrs. Mittens that she made, you know. So there we go. There's the head. Anyway, so that's all the animals. There's now here they have templates for the dresses. If you want to dress anything, this is the kind of book Barbara would make, not the kind of one she would consult. See, so, and this is just the amigurumi stitches, which is not Blossom the Fairy, which is just a little, but anyway, I just wanted to show the dog. So let me just get out of solo here. Exit solo. Oh, I had to laugh on the weekend.
Which one do you have? Do you have the same one or?
No, this is
a different one.
I'm talking to David. David, you can find this book on Amazon, and it's American American terminology. And there's the dog. Hold on.
Oh, hold up the page. No, you're folding it up.
Hold on. How can I do it?
Other side.
What's
There
right.
we go.
What's left?
Oh, that's a cute one.
That is very cute. Beautiful. I like it. What is the name of the book again? Asks Wendy. Give us the name of the book. Crochet Cute Critters. 26 amigurumi patterns by?
Oh, Sarah Zimmerman.
Yes.
Yeah, Sarah Zimmerman.
Terminology is American. I mean, I kind of follow the American terminology. It's easy.
You kind of follow it.
For me, the American terminology is easier than the UK terminology. I don't get the UK terminology.
Is thick. Excuse my French, but it is. When I read an English pattern, I think, why?
Yeah, that's my issue with it. Yeah, why? It makes no sense whatsoever. So I'm like, okay. I have so many UK patterns that I'm like that are in a separate.
Because when they say the English terminology, I do the American stitch. And I think, well, it looks all right. It works out fine. That's good. So I just,
David says,
if it says double crochet,
one of my,
do the American double crochet.
Yes. What is this? Oh, okay. Wait. Let me just quickly catch up here. It says, one of my new whips is for a friend who had a baby about 2 months ago. I figure she has baby stuff coming out of the wazoo. So I'm doing a onesie for a 1-year-old. Now, isn't that a great idea?
Lovely. That's a brilliant idea, that, David.
Between 6 months to a year old is when they stop getting the stuff for it. So yeah, they're gonna love it. Yeah, it makes no sense for me either.
No.
No, I tried it. UK terminology just doesn't work for me.
I think because I was taught all them years ago, when I did the lace work, the lady who my ex-mother-in-law taught me, and it was the American terminology. So when I started working with yarn, because I only ever worked with thread, when I started working with yarn and I got an English pattern, I was like, it just frazzled my brain. So I put it away, and then all of a sudden it just twigged with me. So if it says double crochet, I do American double crochet. If it says treble, I do the American treble, because I think I can understand.
Yes, of course. Of course.
And
but I've learned now to check.
It makes no difference to the pattern. Just looks a bit different. And it works quicker.
What was the, Wendy, what was the name of my book? The first book I had, I want to show you another book. It's called Super Cute Crochet. Super Cute Crochet. And it is by Nikki Trench. Let me just see if you can see the name here. Nikki Trench.
Yeah, she's another popular amigurumi lady.
Yeah. There's another one I want to show you. Amigurumi book. So let me just see. Althea, you can find tons of bumblebee patterns for free on Pinterest. Says Barbara without moving her lips. There you go. Thank you, says Wendy.
Hey, magic hands.
You're so talented.
Multitasking.
Say what?
I said multitasking.
Yes, had left a package at our complex security gate, and Trevor had just walked in with a lovely chocolate cake. Who is for coffee? What is the price? My goodness.
Me?
That doesn't happen to me.
Yes.
I'll have coffee and cake too. It's nearly my lunch time.
I tell you what, Rosemary, you can keep the chocolate cake, because I did get a message from our postnet that I have one package of Happy Mail waiting for me at Postnet. So that is where I'm going after this live. My first Happy Mail ever. So
nice.
I am really excited. So let me quickly show you this book. Sorry, Barbara. This is Super Cute Crochet. Super cute crochet. Okay, so not just super cute, super cute. And it is by Brigitte Reed. Discover 35 fun and fluffy friends to crochet. Brigitte Reed. You see, there's the name.
Yeah.
And which one did you want to show him? The puppy. Now the puppy looks like this. Now that is really a puppy. So now I don't know what it was crocheted with. It was crocheted with what? It looks like acrylic.
It looks like it's.
There's nothing. A puppy was more than. I'm trying to think. Worsted fluffy yarn in beige. That's what they used, and a 3.5mm hook.
Yeah, yes. I wanted to say it looks like acrylic yarn, and they brushed it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
My daughter's nodding here, like in. And I'm like, oh, she's got an opinion, so now I have to just voice it. Okay, so they've got lovely. Let me just see here. So there's the puppy again. So they've spent more. How do you say more? Here is your box pattern. Now you want to talk about a box pattern. That cow is a box pattern.
Yeah.
Right? No, there's the cow. That's a box pattern cow.
Yeah, the bottom of it looks like is a box pattern. Not sure, but I cannot really see.
This cow looks like a box. What is David saying? Althea saying, congrats Ursula on Happy Mail. Jamie saying, David, one of my daycare kids' parents were owned. What? Were owned by one. What? Am I reading right? His name was Fred. He had such a funny personality. He thought he was 100% Labrador. He enjoyed wearing a checkered coat and boots. Okay, I get it. Stop it, y'all. Now I'm going to have to do some amigurumi puppies. Well, we were just trying to.
Just one tip if you're going to crochet amigurumi. Leave other stitches out of your head besides single crochet, slip stitch, increase and decrease, and for the rest, do not worry about it.
Yeah.
Yes. But this book
go
is
one
really...
hook size smaller than the yarn asks for.
Definitely.
Oh yeah.
That is a cutie.
Cute.
It seems like most of the yarn in here, most of the things that she does in here, she Oh my goodness, this is a very dangerous looking crocodile. Let me just see if I. Hey, that's like, that teeth is dangerous. And well, this is Froggy would love this.
Oh, that one is cute.
Oh, that's so cute.
No, it's very yeah, this one, and I think most of it.
Just
that
don't
she
start
makes
with
is
anything
the
tiny. I just advise people, just don't start with anything tiny.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't either. Yeah,
because the stuff I work with is insanely tiny, but that's the yarn that is actually most used here in Holland.
Well, I start.
So you can do it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't start with anything tiny. I would start with, look, she really did well in her photographs, eh?
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
So, and most of the things has fluff to it, like probably the actual bird also, or whatever.
Yeah, I think that is all done with DK weight acrylic yarn, and it's brushed. To make it fluffy.
Yeah.
The peanut gallery is nodding here, stuff like me.
Yeah, and what I usually crochet is not brushed, but it is tiny compared to that.
I crochet with.
That is a cool panda. Panda.
Oh.
Isn't this a cool looking?
Oh, it's lovely.
It's such a cool looking panda.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Barbara, close your ears. LOL, Ursula, we need to find a SpongeBob SquarePants pattern book. Oh, you can do that.
It is out there, and you can find them for free on Pinterest. Don't worry about it.
Like not in Barbara's house.
Not in my house.
Not in Barbara's house. Okay, I think this is about all that's interesting here. Yes. So this is quite interesting. The yarns that she uses. So I'm just going to show for the last time the front of the super cute crochet, super cute crochet. Yeah.
Think outside the box, because I use novelty yarns for amigurumi. Why not?
Oh, of course, Barbara. But that is how do you say a cut above?
A pain in the ass. That's what you call it.
No, but now you see, you will go there, and I will not even go there, not even attempt that. So not yet, anyway. I must master the plain old.
Because this looks okay to work with, but it's not.
Oh, it's not. Now I vouch for you that it's not, because I've tried it and failed miserably.
Is that the eyelash?
That's eyelash, but it's long. Oh. It's long eyelash.
Who would think of using that for? Only Barbara would. But now look, I'm going to move
that
chat.
Looks like something from the Clangers.
It's actually something from Harry Potter, but
oh yeah, it is.
Well, it is a pygmy puff, but it's a sparkly one, and I normally don't use the sparkly version. But yeah, that was a pain and a half.
But
just because
was the air blue.
Mm-hmm.
Was the air blue?
Yeah.
Was the air blue?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Bad language.
Oh yeah. Every couple of seconds. It is gorgeous.
It
is. Yeah. A pain in the back end.
Posterior. Yeah, in the posterior, in the derriere, all those socially appropriate kind of words. Pick one. Yeah. Oh, I am getting kind of busy here. Have to go. Okay, Wendy, enjoy. Have a super Monday. Have a super week. See you around.
I have the day off. I do not have to teach my kid math. He's at school, so yay.
Today
that is fantastic.
I have winter days every day.
No, Barbara, and you know what, Barbara? I used to have Wednesdays off until someone decided that that's a good day for a live. So I had to move my day off to Tuesday, So
well, last week you had 2 Tuesdays.
Yeah, well, that was not funny. I tell you, the whole Wednesday, Barbara, I lived like it was Tuesday. And I even argued with my mom on Wednesday night. She's an owner builder at 73. Okay, so she's a mover and a shaker. She's amazing. And so she was at her holiday home that she's now, opening up, owner builder. So she's there. So that's a 2-hour drive from here. So she's saying, oh, tomorrow is Thursday because she's getting these builders in and they're going to build up that wall and they're going to whatever. So, and I'm like, no, tomorrow is not Thursday, it's Wednesday. And that was Wednesday. So eventually I said no, and I go down on my screen. I said it's the 17th today. And I look up on the calendar and it says 17th is Wednesday. What a shock. I mean, I missed Linda's life. Because the entire day I lived, I said hello to her in Joe and Dana's show because not even thinking I missed her live because to me it was Tuesday. So yeah. I didn't miss anything. But it's not the nice feeling to have missed a day because suddenly it's Thursday. And if it's Thursday, to me, it's like tomorrow is Friday. It's the beginning of the weekend. So, yeah. So now I think Tuesdays is my new off day. Off for me means I don't even have to switch the computer on. I'm off social media. That's what I mean by off. And I need a day like that in the week because it helps me to
refocus,
think of new ideas and to just,
I take those times whenever I can. Like I know for today, I was like, oh, I can actually sit and relax and not have to worry about anything. My man is already off to work. He won't be home until late tonight. I won't see him until probably midnight or 1 a.m. And Sven is off to school until 3. So I got like my time.
It is fantastic. I mean, yes. I can so associate with you. Like, you know what I used to do is to ask my husband to once a month, the children I would take them on an outing once a month. And they would receive their pocket money and they must decide before they leave home, what are you going to buy? And I only let my daughter do it once where she saw something, was so excited by this toy, and she was like 9 or 10. And then she would buy it and then get home and her entire allowance was spent. I allowed her to go through that experience once. And then she realized the whole month she cannot buy anything new. Plus the toys that she bought, she could only play with so long and then they are not new and that's nothing. And from then on, I said, okay, so now the lesson is not to go to the shop and then spend. You at home, you determine what I need. And you are a crafter. Buy at home, say, I need this clay, I need this, I need this, I need that. Because that will last me the entire month.
That's why I don't mind shopping for the cotton yarns that I use for the houses and stuff like that. That I don't mind ordering them online.
Yeah.
Because ordering online is totally different from going to the store. Going to the store, you're magically entranced by all the yarny goodness around you and you want to have it all.
Yeah.
And if I'm going order cotton online or the silver yarn or the gold yarn, I'll literally go to that section, get what I need, and be done.
Yeah.
Well, so it's the difference. I probably order cotton yarn once a month, and it will be 8 or 9 skeins of cotton yarn, and I'll be going through it. That is gone by the end of the month.
Yeah.
And then I'll have another fairy house or.
Why I say I can relate with you is because I would actually ask my husband at a certain point, it came that I would ask him to take them out they are going to that place, that shopping center. This is what the one child wants. That's what the other child wants. And you end it off with a lunch. It's once a month, an outing with a parent. And that's it. But then they are out of the house for 3 hours. And I am like, you don't hear a child because I don't switch off if I'm within distance of hearing them. Because every sound that reaches my ears, I'm like, my son needs something. Because my son, because his speech is not spontaneous. When he was smaller, he never cries. Now he's one of the autistic children that never cries, but he will laugh for no apparent reason. So which means you don't really pay attention. So I would, for instance, one night he was crying and I would run to his bed and I would say, for instance, he's crying because he doesn't cry. So I ran from my room to his room, switch on the light, and I would go, what is wrong? Are you sad or sick? Sad or sick? And he would then point to which one. Is it sick or is it? It was sick. It was sick. So, and then, off to the bathroom, we go and sort him out. But now that's why I'm saying I'm always tuned into what sounds I hear.
That's what I'm. But now because of the middle child, pain didn't register for him. So he had to learn what pain is. My son too. If he says, I have a little bit of an earache, go to the doctor. He has an ear infection. It's not a little earache, it's an ear infection. If he says, I have a headache, close the curtains, put on soft music, he has a migraine. Because it only registers for him as, but if he says, I have a stomach ache or belly ache, grab a bucket. Because that means he's about to hurl.
So, so he really
he only knows the extremes and then makes them tiny. So the extreme, he's extremely nauseous. I have a bellyache. He has a migraine and he says, I have a headache. So you never know exactly which end of the scale he is at. So I always go for the extreme and then hope for the best.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, but so you're constantly focused. That's why right now I was like, this is my time. Marco was like, take your afternoon. You got between 12 and 4 that you're home alone.
Woo! I want to ring the bells for that, man. I can so appreciate that. It's just like
because he knows as soon as Sven is home, I'm constantly in tune with. Do I hear a joint pop? Do I hear? Because we're so used to it, Sven will probably pop it back in himself and not even tell me. But I have to register it for the doctor if he has had dislocations and which joints dislocated the most. So I have to constantly pay attention to his body sounds. Is he okay?
Well, Jamie's asking this question is for all three of you. Are your children bilingual too? What?
Yes. Mine are trilingual, Dutch, English, and German.
My boys are bilingual. They speak Turkish and English.
Yes, and Afrikaans and English here. And my son, what my son does is, now he doesn't speak so much, right? But when we had him tested in 2019, 2018, is it now 2 years ago? But 2020 just went by. But it was in 2018 we had him tested by an American lady who has a method where she gets you to take a pencil and go on a board that has letters. Now it sounds stupid to do that if the child, because he can speak, he has the ability to speak.
Yeah, he has the ability, but not the self-confidence because they're perfect. It has to be perfect in their head.
But what comes out does not, and they need to. Yeah. What comes out is not a reflection of what is in here. Is what I'm trying. I always try and say to people, think of someone who's had a stroke. They have it all up here, but to recall it and let it come out of the mouth. So that's my son, because they're all so different. And so they tested him, and they said to me that he is on. At that time, he was 18, and that he was on 18-year-old level. He was even, my husband and my daughter has the same
probably
eye,
above. He's
probably
above average in his knowledge of words,
academic
knowledge of general knowledge.
I'm telling you.
Yeah. He's probably ahead of the curve.
My husband was sitting like this with crossed arms, and he looked at this little video clip of my son. And I already had the experience earlier in the day where I saw for the first time what goes on. She was working with him and I was so overwhelmed. I mean, it's like a miracle I've been waiting for 14 years since he was 4 to find out what is going on here. And afterwards, the session, I just walked out because I thought I'm going to ugly cry boo-hoo because I'm overwhelmed. I will come back the next day and explain, but I'm not going to lose it in front of all these people because I didn't know, because she's American. They tell me she's going to, I fully expected them to tell me. I wanted to prepare him, so I wanted to take a photograph of the person who's going to work with him. So they say to me, she's going to work with him. And I'm like, but she's American. And he's Afrikaans. No, it's not a problem, they say. And I'm like, ooh, this is going to be the biggest waste of money. But I don't say it. I just say, okay, can you pose for the photograph next to me so I can go and tell him that he's going to work with you tomorrow? So he went there and I brought him and I arranged it. You could book your child for a half-an-hour session for the 4 days. And I arranged it that he was just before tea time because I didn't want him to sit because, they're like a time bomb. And my anxiety levels go through the roof. So we sat there. He went for his session. I was so overwhelmed. And of course, it was tea time right after. I left. I didn't come back for the rest of the day. I went back the next day. And then he sat there. And then he indicated to me, because he can do a lot of things without talking. He can indicate to me and I understand what he needs. And he said to me, it's like he said to me, he wanted to stay still. And afterwards, I realized after an hour of sitting, I realized the penny dropped in my head. He's waiting for another chance with this lady. He thinks if he waits long enough, he might get another half an hour with her because she has now become his voice.
Yeah,
it was so sad.
He has a communication. Yeah, that is what we had with my son, because he had a speech therapist that just connected with him. And that is it. You need one that connects, that just gets him and connects. And after, it took her a year and a half to get him to speak, but he can speak now. And he can speak because everybody that sees him now thinks like, he's a giant guy. He's huge. I mean, he is huge. And they overestimate him a lot of the times because they're like, they'll start talking or have emotional issues thrown at him and he doesn't get it. No. Emotions are something he doesn't get. It's completely foreign to him. So I stole a line from the Harry Potter movies to explain to kids what he has. My son literally has the emotional range of a teaspoon. That much. Mm-hmm. There's like 5 emotions and that's it.
Right,
because
ladies, I'm gonna go and have my lunch. All right.
Yeah, go lunch.
Yes. What is it?
I've made what have I made? Butternut squash, carrot, pepper and tomato soup.
Ooh, lovely. Enjoy.
That sounds really good.
Sounds lovely.
And my tummy's rumbling. I don't want everybody to hear my tummy rumbling. So I'll put you on my earphones and I'll be listening. But thank you so much for letting me come up. And
thank you for coming up.
I'll be in the chat.
Okay. You go enjoy your lunch.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Enjoy.
Lurking.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. Yes.
My oldest daughter, my daughter is 27. My middle child is John. He is 21. And then I got Sven, who is 14.
I would have liked to have had a gap between my children. I must tell you, when I heard that I was pregnant, I cried.
It was not planned to be that big of a gap, but yeah, I got quite a sizable gap in between kids.
Yeah, no, I would have loved a gap because I think
I did get more attention for each kid until they were actually in school. Like Jessica was 6 and when John was born, so she was already in school. She was in 1st grade. John was in 2nd grade when Sven was born. So I did have more one-on-one time before they actually went to kindergarten and then the preschool, kindergarten, and all that.
So each child had a chance to feel like an only child, which is, I think, it's a great thing. Yeah. Look, in hindsight, everything.
When the other kid is at school, they're the only child. But it has been nonstop for now 27 years. So, and I'm still not done. I'm still not done. I mean, my daughter's going to be 31 when her brother turns 18. So it's like,
and she might. She's unmarried?
No, she's not married. No, it's not going to happen either.
No,
no,
because I'm asking because listen, that sounds so familiar.
Well, my daughter is a lesbian with an American girlfriend, so it's not easily going to happen. So,
mine isn't lesbian, but she is so not interested in marriage.
Oh, she never was interested in marriage. Like, never. Yeah. Even before she realized that she was actually lesbian, because that took a while. I think she was 18 or 19 years old by that time. Yes. But even before then, she wasn't interested in the part of marriage and children. That part was like a big no. Yes. So they were like, are you looking forward to being a grandma? I was like, well, for one, my son is 21 and he doesn't have a girlfriend and he's not in any hurry. Because again, with the autism, he's not really.
Is your son 21, the middle one?
Yeah.
My daughter's 21 as well. My daughter's 21.
Yeah, and I don't know. I cannot. 18. They're like. I hear people saying like, "Oh, Sven is such a cutie. Sven is so handsome," and they see John and they're like, "Oh, John is so cute. He's so handsome." And I cannot see it for the life of me. It's my kid. I don't look at them as being handsome or no. It's my kid. I mean,
my sister's a year older than I am. The only time I had that kind of parental attention was my sister's first year in nursing school. While I was still at home, I was 17 and learning about myself. Oh, okay. So are you saying that your parents are quite older? Am I understanding that right? Are you understanding that, Barbara?
Yeah, that's what I'm getting out of it.
Yeah. Yeah, because my mother was also like this.
I'm trying to find.
Am I witnessing an arranged marriage? You know what? I worked with a girl that came from India, a lovely family. She came out of a lovely family, and her marriage was arranged. And when we went out one evening, all the colleagues, to a, what would you call it, a bar or a pub or whatever, and we had drinks after work. And she was sitting there telling us about her marriage was arranged, blah, 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 and everything that she said and how it came about. It's very interesting, actually. And I said, but you know what? Mine was also arranged, but I arranged it. That's the only difference. It's not that. And I literally did arrange it because I asked my husband to marry me, and I did all the arranging. But
that's what I did.
It was tongue in the cheek. It was tongue in the cheek, and but she looked up at me like, oh, and I said, I arranged it. Mine was also arranged, and she was like, I couldn't believe it. And I said, no, I arranged it. So, but it was, no arranged marriage in here. What I mean is that we are so close in age that we were like twins more than individuals. Oh, okay. Hello, Jen. Welcome. How are you? David, that often happens, says Denisha. For sure. So, if I get rid of the comment, there we go. No, then you just say whisper, Barbara. I'm trying to recall your name. Can you believe that? And I'm like, I know it. I'm looking at you.
Yep.
And no, but you know what? I wish I could have But now it's not like that anymore because my daughter is a great help. And she and my son gets along very well. And sometimes if I can't make out what he's saying, I will call her. But also with him, he has, what do you call that when you have, it's called super something. When you have the ability to read and write advanced more than other kids. That's my son has that. So if I cannot make out what he's saying, I will just give him, and we are in the shops, I'll give him my phone and he will text me. He'll write it out because I can't make out what he's saying. So we find ways around
high intelligence. Or is he
well, it's super. It's not dyslexic. It's hyperlexic, or they have a name for it. I don't have all the names.
I think it's super lexic or something. It means that their vocal capabilities are not on par with their reading and writing.
Yeah, right? But his reading and writing was above what, because he was
it's way above average. Yeah, it's way above his age grade and everything. Yeah.
Yeah. It would be boring for him, and he would actually, because it was a bilingual class, he actually started, we would go to the speech therapist and she would say, "What is this?" And he would say, "An owl." She says, "Oh, no, but I mean, what is this? What is that?" And he's supposed to say, "Oil," in Afrikaans. So he says, "An owl." She says, no, but what is it in Afrikaans? And so he has actually taught himself English by just sitting there in the bilingual class, bored. I mean, I could tell by looking at him, but at the time, there wasn't much I could do because it was the best establishment for him in the mornings. But that's what he did then. He thought, well, I must sit here, so I'm just as well going to learn the English. So let me just do it. And he went over to other languages when he watches movies, because we know we have 11 languages in our country. Afrikaans and English is 2, and then there's 9. And he would put it on the other languages, the African languages, in the mornings.
It's the different tribe languages, right?
I'm like, do you understand that? Because I did a course in the Xhosa. I say Xhosa, but you're saying Xhosa, the kicks up, and Zulu. And I'm like, it is a very easy language. It has like just about 5 rules, and that's it. And he would, so I'm like thinking, do you understand that? But if I ask that, I won't get an answer, right away. I would be shocked if it wasn't the both of you that initiated your No, well, yes,
right.
we did.
Yeah. No, I did it in 2005, and Marco renewed the question in 2015, and we're still not married.
Oh,
no, we're not
okay. Sparkle's Hope Chest is Pat Frazier. I only heard by a replay of Granny D's live, which I watched, that is Pat Frazier incognito. Naughty girl, not letting anything on. Wow. But why did you go over to Sparkle's Hope Chest? Did you change your name? Why? That would be very interesting to hear. So, no, but I asked my husband to marry me, but it was like,
my son if you want.
Yeah. But it was like, so are you now going to marry me or not? Oh, yes, sweetie, I just never thought you would say yes if I asked. Well, I'm saying yes, so, and then off I walked. It wasn't like a romantic proposal, but anyway, it happened.
Okay.
Getting ready to start my new channel. Okay, there we go. Add stream. Oh la la, my goodness, Whisper, what have you been keeping from us?
That is my son.
Let me see if I can full screen layout. Do you know that the Asperger's syndrome has been called the ultimate male syndrome? I'm saying that because I went on the training.
And that is my son, and this is my daughter.
Oh, she is such a cute. Isn't that now the cutest little thing? Hey,
and
does she? Who does she look like?
And me.
Oh, sweet Sven. Sweet Sven.
That is Sven.
He's gorgeous. Of course. No, okay. I can tell you as
but yeah, like I said, he's a big boy.
Does he look like you? I think he resembles you. Does he?
He looks like me.
I think so. Yeah, I think so. But he is really good looking. I can tell you. I mean, whoever has been telling you these things, like you say, is not wrong. They're not wrong. So with the cowboy hat, he is 6'5", says. Wait. I missed the comment by reused the question. Barbara, you're killing me here. What? Why are you killing her here? Reused the question, Barbara. Okay, wait. I missed. Did I miss something? I missed something. I don't want to miss it. Something that made sense in my head. Sorry, I should proofread my text first. No, we understand what you meant. It's fine, So
yeah, my son is right in between 6'3" and 6'4", and
that
220 pounds of pure muscle.
That is tall.
Yeah,
because I can tell you what, my husband is 191.
That's my son, David.
For a minute, and there's this handsome man on the screen. I missed who that is. That's her son.
That's my son. That's the 21-year-old.
Yeah, this is a crochet channel, but we sometimes divert. Pat, you threw me off completely. I didn't put 2 and 2 together, says Denisha. So, yes, Denisha. So you also only got it now. I'm telling you, an introduction video would be fine, eh? So, Barbara said she reused the question.
No, renewed the question.
Oh, yeah, she renewed the question. You know what my brothers...
So we renewed our engagement, basically.
Yes, my husband's brother and his wife, they were living together for as long as I want to say as long as my child is old, as long as my daughter Jessica is old, but they eventually tied the knot after, I think the third time he asked 2 years ago. I think 3 years ago now. I think they've had 3 anniversaries.
Oh, we actually, a lot of people are asking us like, well, when are you going to get married? When are you going to get married? We were so sick of that question that we actually were like, every time somebody asks us when we're going to get married, we're going to postpone it another year. We're going to put it off another year.
Why do they even actually?
And it's especially if it's like family members you rarely see, and then they are like, "When are you gonna get married? Why? So you can come to a party. You never show up at the birthday parties."
But I wonder why they even ask it. Why do they even ask it? But I mean, the fact that you've been as long together as long as you have been should be.
It should be
all the explanation anybody needs.
Yeah, Marco and I have been together now for 19 years.
And you say it, do you say it like that? Or do you say it
Marco.
Oh, okay.
His name is Marco.
You say it like that. In English you say Mark. But in
Marco.
In Afrikaans.
Marco. Just Marco.
Okay, how Marko or CO?
CO. Marco.
CO. Oh, Marco, yes. Because I have a friend that she lived in the Netherlands for 20 years and she has a son and she calls him Mark.
Yeah.
Mark. Mark.
Yeah, that's also a boy's name here.
Yeah. I love it. I think it's absolutely lovely.
My son has a Danish name. Which is John Dahl, which is from Roald Dahl, John Dahl.
Yes. Oh, but that's a lovely name. That's a lovely name.
He has a Danish name, John Dahl. Then we have Sven, which is Norwegian, and Jessica, which is English. So we have all over the place.
Yes. Now, look, I love Jessica, the name Jessica, and that name came to me before I knew it's a girl or a boy, but my husband did not like it. So eventually...
Yeah, current hobby is number 2, Naughty Canuck. Yeah, but I didn't ask the first one. I saw that. I saw
but to say you reused is a good word. It means the same.
It is a nicer way to say it's your second husband, but no, I'm not married, but I am engaged. I didn't ask the first one; he asked me, but I did ask Marco, and he renewed the question 10. Let's see, I want to say 12 and a half years to the day from the time I asked him.
Did he ask then?
Yeah, exactly 12 and a half years after the first.
That's a new definition to taking your time.
Well, we're not in a hurry.
Oh, yes.
We're not in a hurry.
No, of course.
And I mean, why?
But
in Holland, we're already registered partners, which is exactly the same as being married. I'm just not having his name. That's the only thing I don't have is his name. So other than that, it's the exact same thing.
Yes. Now, here, I think it's also after 2 years that you become, now the name escapes me. Yeah. What do we call it? Rosemary should know if she's still listening. Gemeenschapstrouw, which means you are in...
Well, gemeenschappelijk getrouwd.
Yeah, it means that you are... but there's a word.
Basically sort of married besides having the ceremony. Well, that's basically
the fact is that if you've been living as husband and wife for 24 months, she has all the rights that a married wife has. Yeah. So you are not just going to chuck that girl out. No way.
That's the same thing we got. We have the same. And they were like, my father-in-law was like, you make sure that you get your part of the inheritance. He's sending early inheritance parts before he's dying. He's like, so you can actually spend it without getting it all in one go, which means you get, you don't have to pay as many taxes on it. So he was like, make sure you get your part of it as well. You can buy more stuff for yourself. And it's like,
is that Marco's father?
Yeah.
Now isn't that lovely to have a father-in-law that is on your side?
Way on my side. Sometimes I'm like, you do remember that you're his father, right? Not mine.
Yes. Well, I tell you what, it is a gift to have in-laws that you love. And I know what that is like. That is not my present.
Like him. I did not get along too well with her, but I did not wish for her to pass away like she did. But yeah, it wasn't too keen on her.
Why doesn't Barbara have an accent at all? She's got an accent. Absolutely. It depends on the ear
listening. An accent. Well, it's not. I don't really have a Dutch or European accent.
You don't. To me, you sound Dutch. To me, to my Afrikaans ears.
Yeah. Well,
to my Afrikaans ears.
I actually have the tendency to talk in Dutch to you. Well, if she asks me something, I will give answer in perfect English and have no European accent in there. But yeah, it's because Afrikaans and Holland or Dutch, Hollands is so similar to each other. I'm more.
Oh yes, I love it.
Dutch.
Listen, Barbara, I want to tell you, if you ever in this. Again, where you have 4 hours to yourself and there is not a single live, okay, then you contact me and we do this. Now you're going to see me without makeup and a ponytail, because this is how I wear my hair when
My
I'm
hair
not.
is like tied back right now. Like I look
Now mine is
put
always
together, but
tied.
there's just a giant knot in the back of my head.
And then you can, I'm just saying, this is an open invitation. You're just going to take me as you get me then. But then we can do this, because you can do this on StreamYard without being live.
Yeah,
and,
for sure.
It is just a ball. I mean, yeah, if I do this with Veronica, it's just, we're just crocheting. I'm doing my thing and we're chatting, but it's like we are hanging out.
Yeah,
and
which is actually something more people need right now.
It's super fun. Yes.
And it's something more people need right now, because a lot of people are not getting anywhere or going anywhere or going outside. Yeah, I've heard that before.
New
York, Boston.
The same New York that Nancy's hooked on crochet is from. No problem.
Hi, schat.
Nancy's hooked on crochet is from Brooklyn, New York. Is that Brooklyn? Is that the same New York? I loved my ex-parents and they loved me. I still ask about them when I chat with my ex. Oh, yes. Okay. That's fantastic. It does sound somewhat Canadian, Western. You see, now, I don't know all the accents, so I wouldn't know. She sounds like whatever, or she doesn't sound like some whatever. There, Jamie's saying, it does, David, it does. Married in community of property, or you have an anti-nuptial. I have an anti-nuptial contract, I tell you. My father-in-law actually insisted on it, although there was no hello there. Was it delicious?
It was delicious, and my tummy is all nice and full.
No, don't sound so joyous about it, because, you know, there are some of us who are now going without still. Nancy, yes, you are. Nancy's hooked on crochet. Yes, you are. But it's too early for Nancy. See, Nancy comes up on a Friday, because on a Monday I catch Nancy too early, and definitely, Veronica, I love your picture. I love your picture. She's got a new avatar. Did you see that? It's like brilliant. She's got the hooks.
She's being posh. You know, she's being with it.
Yes, Brooklyn is an area in New York City. Barbara actually sounds like the Queens neighborhood. Wow, that you can have accents in one place is like amazing. But then, you know, America is quite special, because they even have different time zones in one country, Linda. Different time zones in one country. So why would they stop there? Just have different accents for each little place.
They're just greedy. They're just greedy.
I grab all the accents. I need more coffee. It is New York City. So, oh, you guys are so funny. Nancy? Sorry, I stepped into the shower. With the phone? No, not with the phone. Right? You mean you stepped into the shower?
She took it away, so she's back.
Hello, Jane. Let's say hello to Jane.
Hi, Jane.
How are you?
I'm okay, thank you.
How are you?
I'm okay. I'm cleaning my mess. You know, my channel in Portuguese, I do live stream while I'm decluttering.
Brooklyn is one of 5 boroughs. Wow. 1 of 5? Brooklyn is 1 of 5? You mean all 5 of those people have accents? All 5 of those areas have accents? That's amazing. That's just amazing.
Yeah, it's an accent club right now. Right? Me, her, everybody has an accent here.
Yeah.
I'm streaming on TV. Linda, we're on the big screen.
We've
Nancy's house.
We've made it. we've made it to the big screen.
Finally, we're on the big screen. This is the closest I'll get to the big screen. Oh, I mustn't say it, because anything's possible. I mustn't limit myself. New York City neighborhoods were established by different ethnic groups, so the accents from their homelands contributed, you suppose. Laurie, but that is so true in South Africa too, because we were a colony from Holland or the Netherlands, and then a British colony, and then, so we've had different colonies, and that is definitely the truth.
Yeah.
I think it's amazing. I like the New York accent. I really do.
Which one? Which one of the 5?
Hello,
to be specific.
I don't know. I like the New York City accent. It's very pretty. It's very, I like it. I myself, I live in the South now, and people are very puzzled by my accent because I learned English in Colorado.
Nancy?
So my accent has a Brazilian accent, then there is the Colorado accent. So, and then I live in the South now, where people just drag their words.
I will be right back. I hear my washing machine giving an alarm.
Fine, 100%, 100%. Her washing machine gave an alarm. Better sort that out, because that's a lot of water going somewhere.
Yeah. Well, we have got a beautiful spring day here in the UK where I live. We've got blue skies with fluffy clouds, and it's quite nice. It's still a bit chilly, but we've been out for our walk today. We walk around the...
if I didn't know you any better, I think you're bragging.
I am.
If I didn't know you any better. It's a lovely spring day. Okay, for those of you who's sucking it up in the ice, this is a beautiful summer's day here, and you can't have it.
No.
It could be worse, though. It could be Texas. Last week was freezing, and now it's 72 degrees, and it's like spring, too. It's just like weird.
Jane, am I wrong? Am I totally wrong? That's what it sounded like.
Sure.
I know. I'm pulling her leg. I know.
No, she says there's flowers outside that.
I'm sitting to her poetry there about the weather, and I'm like, well, I wouldn't be so impressed if I'm sitting here in a place that doesn't have a lot of heat and a lot of snow, and she's waxing on about spring day, and I'm like, and I can't have that.
And I'm looking
on in the year. So when you have your spring, we'll have our summer.
And I look at Ursula's screen, and there's all those trees moving in the back.
Fab.
And it's so green. It's so pretty.
Yeah.
This is my only view because it's closer. Oh, I had to pull your leg there, hey, because
you did. I knew you.
That was not just you. You put your foot in it. You put your foot in it.
I thought, you know what?
Well, I'm happy because last week, even though there was a lot of damage and there's a lot of chaos in Texas over the cold front that hit us, I'm happy that I got to use scarves,
Linda,
hats, and all those kind of stuff.
Yeah. That's what Claire says. Can you hear what Claire is saying? Just for those waxing on, those poets here. I spoke German with a British accent.
You opened a can of worms.
I'm sorry, Claire, but it was grey. It was grey.
She
couldn't help. David, oh my, I was concerned about that for so many. Yes. Hello, Wendy, you made it back.
Hello, Wendy. Welcome back.
Who speaks Portuguese?
I speak Portuguese.
Did I hear?
I speak Portuguese.
Cloudy today, says Veronica, and yesterday it was very sunny.
My channel in Portuguese is Bem Me Quero, Mal Me Aguento. My channel in Portuguese. If anybody there speak Portuguese as well. It's called Bem Me Quero, Mal Me Aguento. That means it is a joke about the love me not. Like
okay.
In Portuguese you say Bem Me Quero, Mal Me Quero, right? Love me not. But it's like I wish myself I wish myself well, or something. I wish well not, something like that. So it's like I wish myself well, but I cannot stand myself. Something is a joke in Portuguese, English totally get.
No, but in Afrikaans,
it's translation when you translate.
Yeah,
it's very hard to translate that one because it's a joke about the love me not.
Yeah.
It's like love me and I can't stand myself. Something like that. So it's
Barbara, you missed Linda sitting there waxing on poetically about just like this. Oh, here it's a lovely cloudless day and the spring day and a bloody and you can't have it. And I'm like,
that's not nice. It's warm here. It's warm here, but it's not. It's cloudy. It's overcast. There's a sun somewhere, and it's causing me right there.
Linda laughed. Oh no!
So that's why I'm like, there's a sun, but it's like shining right in my eye. Other than that, but there's like a slight overcast here, so it's not a clear sunny sky.
Well, here
it is warm though.
It's just 7:41.
We have got a clear, sunny sky with few fluffy clouds. Fluffy.
Yeah, rub it in.
But it's been blooming freezing.
Did you see shade?
Last weekend,
the sky?
Last weekend we had -9 degrees Celsius, which is about 13 degrees Fahrenheit. Like really cold. This weekend, it was +19. It was 28 degrees Celsius higher in a week.
What?
The weather's gone crazy.
It's 19 degrees right now here. 19 degrees Celsius, which is like heavy and full-on spring weather.
The weather has gone crazy. Absolutely crazy. And
I swear Mother Nature is on her PMS.
As what?
She's on her PMS.
Doesn't know.
Or she's just angry.
Wow.
She's having a power surge.
Well, either that or PMS. He is.
Something. The sun just popped out.
Power surge.
I have lots of them. Power surges.
Claire, where do you stay, Claire? The crafty goth.
She's in Kent in England, in the UK.
Oh, is she? She is in England. So it's warm enough now. Okay, so she's there on cloud 9 with Linda. Okay.
No, but it's
in a happy place.
Did
cloudy today. Yesterday it was very sunny.
Did you see skeins of yarns and some sweater shapes?
Oh, I love that. Laurie saying.
I can see the hang.
I would fit in there. I would have no issues in New York.
Hanks of yarn.
It's that no attitude. Take no attitude.
I'm not sure how myself. The only place, it's kind of weird because I came from Brazil and I lived half of my life there and half of my life here. But when somebody asks me, where is home? Home is Colorado.
Yeah.
The weirdest thing in the world.
But home is where you feel you are at home. And while I live in Holland, I am not at home in Holland at all. It's Austria. Austria, I feel at home.
Well, I was born.
Why?
I do not feel at home in Holland at all. Never did.
It's kind of weird because people think that I would say, where's home? And people think I'm going to say, because I'm from Rio or Brazil. And I say Colorado.
Yeah, if they ask me where would you love to live or where would you feel at home? For me, it would for sure be Austria.
It's amazing. Every time I drive to Colorado, even the air is better. It's kind of weird. Like
David,
you just go, I'm home.
Brilliant, baby. Yay. So I was born in Malta because my dad was in the forces, and I'm registered in Malta and everything. And it was, I think I was in my 30s before I finally went back to Malta. And as we flew, as we went into land, we could see the island, and it was nighttime and it was all lit up. And I just had this overwhelming sense of going home. It was really, really weird. I just felt like, yeah, I'm going home. I've been back a couple of times, and I would love to go and live there. I'd love to go back to Malta and to live, and I can do because I'm registered as Maltese anyway. Because
you can actually go back. Yeah, you have that option.
Yeah,
do you?
I've got a Maltese birth certificate, so I can go back to live.
Does England give you dual citizenship?
Sorry?
I'm sorry, I'm becoming a true American. I have no sense of geography. Where is Malta?
Malta's in the Mediterranean.
Okay.
It's not in the USA.
Well, I thought it would be close to Italy. I'm not sure why.
In between, near Malta's near the Spanish coast, right? Spanish-French coast?
It's near, I can't even remember me blinking self, but I know it's near Rome. It was one of the most important islands during World War II.
Yeah, I hear Malta, but I'm like, I can never pinpoint in the globe. But it's not part of the UK, right? So
no, it's below Italy.
Yes.
I think of Italy. But if you were to live there, you would have to have a visa, or you have a dual citizenship.
Oh, she was born in Malta, so she can go back.
Well, but sometimes a country, just because you're born there, doesn't give you the right to be there if you choose to be choose to have a citizenship somewhere else. I was just wondering if England gives dual citizenship. For instance, I'm an American citizen, but Brazil,
my sons have dual citizenship because they are born to an English mother and a Turkish father, but they also have when they were born, they've got their English birth certificate and they've got their Turkish birth certificate, and they can live in Turkey should they decide to. So yes.
Yeah, I just think it's interesting because, for instance, America, United States does not give you dual citizenship.
No.
So I had to choose. No? Either you want to be Brazilian or you want to be an American. However, Brazil gives me a dual citizenship. So even though I chose to be an American, in Brazil, I'll never not be a Brazilian. And that happens a couple presidents ago. So it was very...
Yeah, for Holland, the same. For Holland, it's the same. I do not lose my Dutch citizenship, even if I decide to go live somewhere else.
So you have dual citizenship in Holland as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does, because it's inherited from their parents.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just double checked.
Yeah, it's weird that they would not give you dual.
But I think that's in all over Europe the same thing.
Yeah.
And Africa.
I think you guys have the same system in that aspect. I think
I do too.
I think that flew over with.
I know people who have dual citizenship, who are South African, but are also British, are also other. So I know definitely.
I know Marco has family in South Africa. I know that they have dual citizenship with Holland. So
I was shocked to know that there's a lot of countries out there that do not.
No, there's plenty that are not that easygoing on that, because we're pretty easygoing in that aspect. We're like, oh, you can be whatever. You can have
be whatever you want to be.
Oh, basically, yeah. That's
but that is fantastic. That is fantastic. I think it's fantastic.
In Holland you can basically become anything you want to, except one thing: you cannot be a Marine on a submarine. As a woman, you cannot be a Marine on a submarine. That's the only one that you cannot be.
I can see why. It's a very tight space.
Yeah, that's it. It has nothing to do with them thinking women cannot do it. It's more like you're going to be confined in a small space with a lot of men. It's not safe.
I don't think it's as safe. I think it's, to me, I see that as avoiding lawsuits
it is like just in case.
Just
in case. But they can do anything else, just not the submarines. And my daughter
Granny
did
D
do the training
putting
for
her
it.
to sleep.
Granny
D, we are putting her to sleep. Can you see? Granny D says she woke up early this morning, so these ladies just talking just put me to sleep.
Thanks for telling us that we're boring.
She kept creating temptation. She went to Michael's and she showed all the stuff on sales. I was like,
oh no.
And you know, I live close to a Michael. I was like, 50% off. I was like, Granny D, you're a bad influence on me.
No, that's she's an enabler.
The worst. Veronica is the worst.
Oh, I like those.
You get it? Did you get it? When did it arrive?
Saturday.
She is rubbing off on people's face today, right? Starting with the weather, now a book. What is next?
Really?
She has a spinning wheel there. She's making her own yarn.
Sorry, I'm having a power surge. It's all this hot weather I'm experiencing.
I doubt it is the weather. I think it's because she got her
waxing poetically.
She's so happy.
She was waxing poetically.
Oh dear.
She's
you're mean.
Okay, what was in that cup of tea in the morning? Tell me. You're too happy.
V.
Hobby Lobby and Michael's.
Look what I've got.
We don't have Hobby Lobby. We don't have Michael's.
We
don't have any of those.
We don't have that.
No, we don't.
I like Hobby Lobby. Except
we have. I would probably. It's a good thing that I don't live in the States. It's a good thing that we don't have them over here. I would live in Hobby Lobby.
I'm gonna tell you that's why the United States people are in so much debt. Everything's very tempting.
Well, there's another big difference between America and Holland. We do not have credit cards over here.
I don't have that. What do I have? I gotta get a book.
There's a lot of people. I think American, like 90% of the people have credit cards. Over here, maybe 5.
I think I used to have a credit card specialist, and the credit.
So now we are soothing. We are soothing. Okay.
That's nice.
Okay.
You see, it's soothing voices that just lull Granny D to a nice slumber.
Yeah,
yes, because we have poets among us.
We do indeed.
Oh, probably it was the sunny sky and the lovely weather. It was so relaxing, you know.
V, I hope to show that in a video.
I don't have a credit card, and I just refuse to have one. If I want something, I pay for it.
I worked as
How
a
do you
credit
buy
card specialist.
You don't have a credit card? How do you buy it if you don't have a credit card?
I don't.
I'm trying to
debit
buy
card.
a Visa, a debit card. I've got a debit card, but not a credit card that you pay monthly.
So you pay with a debit card?
Yes.
But that means you have money in your bank account, so you don't loan money
Yes.
to pay for anything.
I didn't know you could pay with a debit card. To be quite honest, just to be quite honest, I didn't know you could. I thought to buy things online, you have to have a credit card.
No, for Holland, we have a system called Ideal. We have a system called Ideal here, which means you log into your bank and you do with an internet banking. And you pay directly. So I don't have any issues with a credit card.
And I'm going to tell about this.
You pay with a card.
Oh my God.
Naughty.
She's nasty. I'm just going to say something about her comment here real quick.
She is so mean. I just saw the most gorgeous flowers. And
it's unacceptable. It's just ridiculous.
No, I don't either, Dinah. I don't have a credit card either. I don't need one.
Okay.
The chocolate cake is delicious and yummy.
Specialist about in 2005, and the credit card was invented for convenience, not for need.
Yeah.
So people now,
payment.
It doesn't mean there's a bomb going to explode. And Linda.
Somewhere people reverse it. Oh, you guys, that's it. That's it. I'm out of here. Goodbye. I have these. Let me see. I'm gonna go get a book. That's it.
It's super.
I am going to have to go. I want to get like an hour of nothing before Sven comes in, so I'm going to read a book.
Yes. Now that is something I want to do. I've told myself tomorrow when I'm off, I'm actually going to take a book and read because I've got a collection of books. Now, I don't know about you, but I collect the books and I keep books that has a good plot that I know I'm going to read again. And I've got a collection of them and I love it. So tomorrow I'm joining that. Yeah, and you can't spend all your off time with us.
No, I'm probably going to have the video running, but I'm going to I
gotta show off books too.
It was lovely.
Okay.
Just rub it in.
And there is more. There's more. $1. $1.
Oh my God!
I've got that one. I've got that $1. That one.
This one?
$1. Yeah, I did not pay $1 for it though.
I paid $1, and they are. What is the price?
Jeepers.
Wait, this one was $22.99. And this one is, I don't know, but I paid $1. And if you go, I was about to tell Veronica, if you go to Dollar Tree, there's tons. If you go to different Dollar Trees, every Dollar Tree,
have a lovely day at work.
Every Dollar Tree has different books or different specialties.
Bye-bye, Barbara. And thank you so much for coming up. I so appreciate it.
Bye, Barbara.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
I gave all my
Today
books
is a squishy. Hello. It's almost 1 a.m.
Wow.
I actually got this for a giveaway for when I get 1,000. I'm with the 799.
This came today.
This one. This is the one that you have.
Yeah.
Jane.
Yes.
Snap.
Just different color here. Boom. So I'm gonna do a giveaway with them and a couple other things as soon as I reach 1,000. I don't.
Okay.
I just thought they're such a good books for $1. I didn't get these in the Dollar Tree, but I've seen them in Dollar Tree, and this is the time that has the I call diagram. Some people call
Graphs.
graphs or whatever.
Charts. Is it chart?
Yeah,
Graphs
I think
This one. This is
that's the 200.
Crochet Flowers, Embellishments and Trims by Claire Crompton, and it was
Yes.
on Amazon, and I paid £10.
Ooh.
That book that you've got there, I used in my applique video with roses, and I've got it in the description box with a link to Amazon. To just, not that I've got an affiliate link. I think I should get one.
I've got
What?
I got rid of it.
How do you do it?
You just
Is it difficult?
No, it's not difficult at all.
So go on and explain. Don't stop there. Don't stop at it's not difficult.
No, well, if you go on to Amazon and type in affiliate, or if you go on the website, if you go on Google, put Amazon affiliate, and it comes up and it tells you the links, and then you just follow the instructions.
Ooh. Yes, ma'am. I'll be doing that for sure, because I've been dropping a lot of links.
Me too.
Yeah.
You guys gonna be in danger if you guys do that.
As Granny D says, that it costs you nothing more, but we get something out of it. There we go. Linda, which crochet thread do you use?
I use Anchor or DMC. I am looking for other thread. I am looking for other thread. I've seen some on.
Thank you, Barbara.
I've seen some on the Hobium, because I used to work with Turkish thread.
I'm so jealous. Hobium.
Ooh, Barbara. Over 1,000 books. Wow.
But I have here and I'll tell you where I bought, when I went to America to stay with my friend in Florida, I went to, it was either Hobby Lobby or Michael's or Joann's, one of them, I can't remember. And I did buy thread from there as well. And I've used that because I made little flowers, because I made a pattern up of my own three-tier pattern, three petal, 3 layers of flowers. And I did that with the thread. So, but I want the fine thread, and I know I can only get that in Turkey. Well, we're supposed to be going on holiday to Turkey this year, but I don't know whether we're going to get there or not this year because of COVID. But when I do get,
but you can't order.
Sorry?
From there. You can't order online from Turkey.
I can't.
Seeing as you're not going there.
At Hobium, I can do, yes.
Oh, okay.
Fancy. She's fancy.
I mean, worst case scenario.
I'd rather go and see it, and
of course,
I'd rather see it because I'll know it straight away whether it's the yarn that I want. It's all right seeing it on a picture. I'd rather see it in my hand
and touching.
No. Yeah, I'll know that it's the one that I'm after.
I agree with you. See my eyes? It's like this. That's how I see yarn.
Sensory. You feel what you want to see. Yeah.
And there is also the picture of a yarn, and the colors is X. And when it comes to you and you open the package, sometimes it's not quite exactly what they show. It's off some. Yeah. I do not know. Well, if there is no other choice, there is no other choice. Somebody said about the only place that they buy yarn is Hobby Lobby, and it's closed because of COVID. And when my Hobby Lobby was closed, I went on the site, and they had nothing on the site because everybody ordered. So it sucks because you can't go to the store. You can't and all I wanted to buy was fabric to make masks. I have been letting go of a lot of things, and I had threads, the sewing threads that I purchased when I got in this country, and I just couldn't figure out which one was new, which one was old. And in December, I just got all the threads and tossed it, and a lot of stuff I donated. And then came COVID, and I had no thread to sew a stupid mask. I had no elastic. I had nothing. And there was nothing for you. So what I did, I used T-shirts that I had brand new that I never used. And that's how I made masks. But I was like, I had to go online on Amazon and buy sewing thread. And I was like, good grief. And so as these masks that you can't see because I tilted a little bit is the leftover amount of craft. And in my Portuguese channel, I said
amount of craft.
I am
Excuse me. Leftover amount of craft. Is that what you said?
Yeah, I have a lot of craft. All my stuff that is crafty about craft, I'm organizing or I'm letting go.
Oh, okay.
So, because I also sew, right? And I do the knitting, the crochet. There is paper, and like Linda, she does a whole bunch of things. And I used to do mosaic, and I decided that there's the beading, and I've decided that I'm just gonna do like my yarn. I'm gonna finish the project, and if let's say whatever it is that I have need 4 items, and I have 3, I will finish. But if it doesn't, if I have 2, I will donate the stuff. So I have been doing that, and
hello, Katrina.
So exhausting. It's so exhausting to, and I'm not trying to be a minimalist person, but you get tired of carrying out a lot of stuff at the same time. And
there's only so much you can do. I mean, I used to do card making. I used to do mixed media, and I did it for over 20 years. And then about October last year, I'd spent the day making cards, birthday cards and that. And I just, after I'd made them, I sat there and I looked at them and I thought, I didn't enjoy that one bit. They're going. I'm not doing it anymore. And then about 2 weeks after that, I in the meantime, I'd picked up my crochet hook, and I was doing a doily for my glass table in my conservatory. And I had mixed media canvases to do for a TV show for the company that I worked with. And I did them, and I thought, I'm not doing this no more. And it took me 2 days, and I cleared this room, literally cleared it.
Purged.
I just got rid of everything, all the shelves that
it was like a purging.
Yeah.
And did you donate or did you toss it?
No, I donated to a care home for the elderly. I gave
some away
to a couple of my friends.
Let's make it easier to let it go, I think.
Yeah, and then I did sell some of my items which were brand new. So those that were brand new, I did sell, and with that money, I started my yarn haul.
And that's a good idea.
And
that is a good idea.
My stress levels are just
because she got rid of things that she didn't want it, and then she got the money from the new things that she didn't want it and bought yarn. That is something that she loves. So she surrounded herself with things that spark joy. Like
my mixed media friends, and
I'm listening.
My colleagues and that were absolutely shocked. They were really, really shocked. They'd never ever thought I would do that. But I'm in my happy place. This makes me happy. Seeing all these colours inspires me. It just inspires me, and it makes me every day. I thank the Lord that I'm awake and I'm doing something that I love, and
yes,
and I've made so many different friends throughout the crochet community, and for me personally, it was the best move I ever did.
Yay!
The best.
That's fantastic.
I did.
It's fantastic to look back and look back at a good. I call that now in my life. I call that I turned a corner.
Yeah.
So if that life event.
I saw the light. I picked up my crochet hook and I'd not crocheted. I mean, fair enough. I crocheted.
That's kind of what I'm doing. Yeah. Because
oh, Lori is so funny.
I can't sew a lot anymore because I fractured my neck and my vision is bad. I can't. I have all this stuff for beads and stuff that I used to make, but because of RA, my hands are getting very stiff. And it's okay still to crochet, but it's very hard to do little things. Some days my fingers doesn't move that well. But I have something to show you, Linda, that I'm having a hard time to get rid of it. And since I get a lot of support in this channel, Ursula's channel, and you guys always let me know what to do, I'm going to show you. Are you ready?
Go on.
Ready.
It's my Navajo spindles.
Wow.
I used to. Wow. This craft, I got rid of it, but was a 96-year-old made it for me. I think he made. I could not do the drop spindle because my right side's out of place. So the drop spindle is very exhausting to keep turning. I think the people that do yarn with the drop spindle has developed muscles that we don't. And what happened, I couldn't afford the spinning wheel. That's what you call. Yeah. That thing's a lot of money. And I was like, oh. So I was inspired by the company called Shed Happens.
Yeah.
That they spin dog, cat yarn. And I wanted to make
what?
Dog yarn.
Dog and cat hair. They spin it.
Yes.
Wow.
And they make some. It's more like it's not for fashion. It's more like a memory thing. So you can have a something.
Oh yes, I remembered. You said something about that before.
That happened. Yeah. So
it's like a memory bracelet or something.
I one of these days when I bring the box down, I'm gonna show the yarn I used to make. And I used to know the sheep. Is that the animal sheep? I have hard.
Show that thing. Show that. Look it up. Okay, like that.
It's very long.
If I'm right, then you only hold one in your hand when you're actually spinning it, isn't it?
No, there are two. So these, you put it in your leg, and you just rub. It just turns on your leg. You rub it on your leg.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
And then.
Okay.
And then you're rubbing on your leg, and then you're holding. It's a Navajo spindle. That's what it's called. And see, it goes like that. I would have to show my leg, and I'm not going to show my leg. It's pretty ugly.
No, that's okay.
So this one he made, and at the time I didn't know, but it was bruising. I had my thighs all bruised. So he made a lighter one for me. And I thought it was so sweet that a 90-whatever-year-old man went to the online and looked how to make a Navajo spindle and made me a Navajo spindle, and it's for my height. And then because the purchase, if you were to purchase, would be much longer. And I told you I'm a short stuff. I'm 5'1" 3/4, 155
5-something club.
Yeah, 155 centimeters there. And I'm having such a hard time getting rid of this. And I think it's just the sentimental thing.
Well, you don't have to get rid of it. You could maybe use it to store your cakes on.
Yes, once you cake it up.
A cake in the skewer?
Katrina says, good morning, Linda, and good morning, Jane.
How about that?
Oh, that's a good idea. If you're working from the outside, anything you're working from the outside.
Yeah, that would be good, that. And you need to
make a bouquet.
Do you know the florist? They kind of put flowers in it. Oh God, what's it called? It's like a polystyrene, and you put.
Yes.
What's it called? What's the name of it?
What it's called, I don't know, but I know what you mean.
And it's green.
I don't know what it's.
It's green. It's about this thick. You could put that in, the other end of it in, and it could just stand there. So, and with your yarning, that's what I'm saying, for storage for your cakes.
Are you gonna have to send me a photo on Instagram?
Yeah, and then you can keep it. Then it's you could decorate the outside with some wrapping paper, of the block, because
with the decoupage. Oh yeah.
Oh God.
And I have my first yarn that I ever spun, and the lady that
put it on display on the wall.
That's true.
Yes.
The lady that taught me how to spin, I didn't continue spinning. I loved, but I think spinning is a very expensive craft, because the carders, the comb, and everything is so expensive, and I didn't have the money for the carders. Is that what it's called? It looks like some brush that you're gonna brush a cat, and
yes, a carder.
Yeah, and then there is and everybody in that little group had the electric carders, and they had the spinning wheels, and here I am with the Navajo thing, but I was happy as I could be. And some of them had 2, 3, 4 spinning wheels, different ones, and I was very outside of the box, so they didn't want to let me use their spinning wheel because they used to let each other use, because I wanted to spin dog yarn. I do not know. Look. I was like, but what is so bad about dog fur? Because if it's not the fur, it's the undercoat that you use, and
it's
then you
have unusual.
But have you ever?
That is why it's true. You were outside the box because it is unusual.
Yeah, but if you think about it, if you use wool or alpaca or whatever that is animal related, when I used to go and chose Domino's. That's the name of the sheep I used to choose, because she had tons of it, and then she named every single one, and we used to go and get to know the attitude and blah blah blah. So Domino had a very cool black grayish color, and that's what I chose, because my dog is kind of black, and so when they shear and they give you the fleece, oh my gosh, that thing smells like straw, poo, pee, all the things in the world. Okay, so you're gonna
it's not washed. Is it washed? It's not washed yet.
No, I learned what she said. If you're gonna learn to spin, you're gonna learn everything about wool and spinning and
No. Okay, so I'm going to skip that lesson. Anything to do with the bugs and dirt, I'm going to skip. I'm going to only start where it's washed and clean. The spinning is what I want, not the origin.
I liked the lesson. So she
yes.
showed.
Oh yeah, you like it. That's fine.
You like it. A huge bag of no, but I'm just saying, because people have no idea what a fleece smells like, a real thing, or Angora, when they shear the bunny, how that thing smells like, because everybody gets a skein of yarn and it's just nice and fluffy and soft, but when you get the thing and that thing smells so bad that you go, oh, And, you know, but you
Yeah,
pick
yeah,
up
yeah.
the loop and you take off the straw and you take the
Oh
edges,
no.
and then you get the middle that is the most different parts of the fleece, those different things. Okay, so the middle part, I think, is the back, is what you use to make wearables, right? And you soak in a special soap, and you see all the lanolin and everything, and then you clean that thing, and then you brush and you separate it, and you brush it again, and you use the card. It's a lot of work, and then you make those nice fluffy things of wool. And then
Yes, yes, yes.
if and that's the part you like, the fluffy things of wool that I do not
From the
remember.
fluffy thing onwards. From the
And
fluffy
then,
thing onwards.
except my fluffy things used to be 50% wool, 50% dog, because dog hair does not crinkle. You know, like if you look at the wool, it crinkles, and dog hair doesn't crinkle as much. So if you just get dog hair, it won't, or cat will not spin well, you know. So it's 50-50. And and I'm telling, my dog fur didn't smell compared to the fleece. But once you treat the fur, because what you smell is not, the hair isn't like our hair. If you shave your hair and make a wig, when you cut your hair, it might smell like your oils and everything. But once they treat and make a wig, there's nothing that resembles a human. So until somebody put the wig in the scalp, and that's, I think, it was such a
I'll stick with acrylic.
Discrimination against the dog fur and undercoat.
I will stick with cotton, and I'll stick with acrylic. I can't use wool anyway because I'm allergic to it. So
have you used Angora or alpaca?
I can't use any of that.
You can't use any original whatever. She'll stick to plastic.
I like cotton.
Let me just read Veronica's. Veronica says, when I organize my crochet room, I give a lot of yarn to my niece, and the paper crafty I donated to a place. No, man, the paper craft I donated to a place. They sell a lot of stuff, and the money they help people to pay the bills and the rent. Okay,
that's nice.
There you go. Yes, that is very nice. Sorry, she put the comment the second time because I didn't want to interrupt you, Jane.
Okay.
But no. So I just wanted to obviously she wanted us to read that. Has anyone ever spun dryer lint? I felt it won in Girl Scouts.
It is a weird thing, and it uses a lot of and it's very.
Hello,
you gotta
Michael.
have a lot of speed.
Hi, Michael.
If you do it, you gotta have a lot of speed, because if you're not gonna disintegrate, so you have to have the speed. It's just like if you spin paper.
I will order it ready-made from the shops.
You gotta go very fast.
I'll tell you what.
The speed.
Yeah.
The speed that you're turning this, like by hand, you cannot do the lint that she said. By hand, she cannot. She has to have something very fast to turn, so fast, and the speed has to be so fast so it doesn't disintegrate in your hand, because the dryer lint is very, But I gotta tell you just one thing about dog yarn. And then I will not talk about dog yarn no more. It's very hot. It's super hot. It's like wool. You can use in the hot and in the heat and in the cold. So if you have wool or camel or buffalo or Angora, it will cool down in the heat, and it will warm you up in the cold. But dog, it just warms you up. If you live in a place that is super cold, below zero, and it doesn't look like dog, I'm gonna tell you, it does not. Nobody gonna say, what is it? You're gonna smell like dog? No, you're not gonna smell like dog. What make the dog smell like the dog is the dog. Once you treat and you wash it and you clean, That's it. It's just like
Yeah.
any other
Once it
dog.
gets rid of a dog.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
like
Look,
the wool.
yeah.
Marika,
And I
Shame,
will not talk about that
Veronica.
no more.
No, yeah, shame. Veronica is saying she just wants to say the bad news that Maribel's dad died yesterday.
Oh
So that is
no.
really, of course, very sad. Hey,
Yeah.
shame. I
Thanks
really
for
pray
Maribel.
that the Lord will be with her and help her. You know, be a comfort. At least we know he's in a better place. But it's still, it's always the missing of the person that is really bad.
Yeah.
There, everybody's saying hello, hello. And Claire is saying, surely depends on the breed of dog. Well, now the point is, she's saying once the hair leaves the dog, like once the wool leaves the sheep and it's cleaned, it becomes human thingy with a nice smell.
It is
And
like any
Mikey
other
is
skin of
saying, hello,
wool.
Veronica. Yes.
If you wash properly, and
Yes.
it takes a special soap, just like when if you were doing wool or angora or llama or any other. I learned. It's just one thing that was in my bucket list. I had my bucket list since I was 15. I just thought, gotta start working on that early.
You? That's a big bucket.
And I always
But I
wanted
tell
to
you what,
learn.
I know
Well,
that thing that you say is expensive, that the spinning wheel, I can imagine it's expensive. But to me, now that is something that I do have on my bucket list. It is something that has been in my mind to do for years. And I would like to get to the point that I actually have it and do it, because I know it's one of the, if you have something on your mind for so long and you know you're going to do it, it's not going to be a waste of money. Claire says she meant how it heats a person up. And yesterday,
it's because like the dog undercoat, because you don't use the fur. You can't spin fur. If not, you're gonna look like a cactus. It would be like what do you call the goat yarn? Something hair.
What do you call the goat yarn? You call it Angora?
No, Angora is the bunny.
And it's mohair is the goat.
Mohair. It's very pricky, but what you use is the undercoat.
Yes.
It looks like a little cotton.
Hello.
Yes,
That's what you use.
But at the end of the day, a dog, it's just like any other animal, and a cat. When it's hot outside, their body temperature acclimatizes to the heat and the cold. So I would imagine that
Bye-bye, Dina.
Bye, Dina, that it would the wool or the hair from the dog or the cat would kind of acclimatize like Angora does, like mohair does, like yak and bison and all the other animal,
I did bison.
Llamas and Angora.
Did you get bison yarn?
Yes,
Did you get bison yarn?
I also checked that on my bucket list because I always wanted to harvest. And
Did you get it?
Yeah. And then when I went there, I thought, that's why it's so expensive. You can only hold that beast for 5 minutes max. So it gets on springtime when it's bright and shine and and everything is good. The buffalo start having chunks of things coming off of his hides. It's like it's all fluffy and it looks like cotton candy coming off him, and they get into a little rectangle. I do not know the proper name, and then they close. So buffalo is very wild. So you just go by hand, like very quick, pick up that thing,
okay,
and then the buffalo takes off. And that's why it's so expensive. You cannot shear a buffalo. You cannot do anything like that, So you have to pick up the and it was fun. And
Shedded.
I
Like
personally,
what is shedded. What,
yeah,
like you have to
grab
sort of
it.
get what is already
Yeah,
shed. It's not like you're going to shave him like a sheep. No, no way. I can imagine that. Yeah, you cannot.
You can't stop. I'm telling my machine here. And the same thing with camel. The whole thing start coming off, and that's what they use as well. The winter coat, whatever it's called. And
if you say camel, what do you mean by camel? What if you say camel, what do you mean by camel?
The
two hump, one hump.
No, the camel when you start shed. Yeah, but the wool you make wool you make yarn out of that. Yeah, it just start coming off the winter coat, and then it's all fluffy.
You mean that the camel they harvest the same way?
Yes.
They just take it off or brush it off, or
no,
he won't stand for brush. It depends.
Just grab it, but the camel is more docile, so you can actually grab it on the camel. And camel, I really like buffalo, yak, and camel. I think they're very soft.
Because yesterday, with Reggie's University, I tell you, that was very informative, and I was so busy with my project bags that I showed you guys earlier when we started out today, that I made 2 linings and 1, 2, 3 bags, and I'm sitting here sewing this to the bag, because that's all that needs to be done, and the bag is done. Then I've got 3 finished bags. One needs handles, 2 finished, and 2 linings, and I can't wait to start crocheting.
One of them's coming to England.
Linda said,
"Oh, you know what,
Texas."
Listen, I tell you what. This this is now to me what is a serious thing of, how can I say? To me, it's a thing that I was sitting in my chair, how I have conversations with God, and I was saying to the Lord, just like, you remember how expensive it was to phone overseas? It used to be very expensive. Now it's free. Now, someone needs to do something about the fact that it is so super expensive to send something to Linda, to Jane, to someone over the water. That someone needs to come up with an idea of, let's start a company that only does 1.5 kilo. Like 1.5 kilo only. Yeah. And start your small company and you only do the 1.5 kilo. I'm telling you, and or somehow, I'm not a genius, but some of these people who come up with these brilliant ideas like Facebook, like WhatsApp, like whatever, someone needs to come up with something that will bring down the price of sending happy mail.
Yeah. What happened is about 9 years ago.
I'm telling you, it gets me upset. It gets me upset.
I could send you both of these
because there's many things I'd like to make and send you guys, but I can't. That is under 1.5 kilos.
About 9 years ago, I could send you these 2 books for about $15. And now, if I were to send these, would it be over $50? And so it was affordable once upon a time, and I have no idea what happened. I do not know why I think one of the things that changed too, a lot of things used to be mailed and go overseas by boat. They don't do that anymore. They gotta bring the boats back.
Yeah, but why? I'm like,
longer. It was affordable.
Yeah, I don't know why they don't do it anymore. Because that's my whole point is, why not? Because I just don't. To me, it just sounds.
People just don't want to wait.
Somewhere is a monopoly. Yes, look, Crochet Rainbows and Butterflies agrees with me. Someone needs to come up with something that is affordable for like 1 kilo or 1.5 kilos, and run with that. I mean, I'm sure they'll make make a lot of money with it. because there are so many people who just want to send. If I could just give you, ask my daughter, commission her to make for me little notion bags, hand painted. Now I just want to send you that. That is 117 grams. They want to charge me, now for the South African crowd, they wanted to charge me 1,000 rand. And I said to them, excuse me, but not even 3 months ago, I sent 1 kilo to Canada and it cost me 1,010 rand. Now you want to charge me for 117 grams, the same. No, something is wrong. Oh, but their prices went up. I'm like, up, it went up where? Because the point is,
up to the sky.
What went up? I mean, I'm not sending a kilo now. I'm sending 900 grams less. And you want to charge me the same?
She said that if you send a kilo or if you send 100 grams, it's the same price. If you send a kilo and 100 grams, is the same thing if you send 2 kilos. So maybe
in Brazil,
the same. Yeah, in Brazil. So if you're gonna send anything, when she used to send me a package once a year. So she used to get, and it was interesting that 1 kilo, let's say, I'm gonna just say numbers, okay? Should be $100, but 2 kilos would be 115, and 3 kilos would be 95. And I was like, so she used to get a huge box and fill up the huge box of tons of heavy stuff. For instance, I don't drink coffee. I drink barley, roasted and grinded. And she used to send me tons of barley, because you don't find here in the United States. You just find it instant, but you don't find the roasted and grinded. And she sent me all kind of stuff, and my family, my brothers used to send me stuff too. And then they make a huge box because it would be cheaper to send one box once a year. Like, this is for your gift. This was your Christmas. This is for this, like the whole year celebration in one box.
Yes, in one. Yeah.
Once a year.
To sell.
And I do that the same way to them. I send one box once a year. Except this year was so much more expensive. And then I went to FedEx, UPS, and I almost had a heart attack and died, because they said a box that is about 2 kilos would cost $700 to send to my mom. And I was like, it is just a blanket and few things. There is no gold. There is nothing. There's no diamonds. There's nothing. Is this insured? And he said, no, if you want insured, it's a little bit more. I was like, if I'm going to pay $700, I'll just get the $700 sent to my mom so she can buy whatever she wants. The fun of it is not even like if Linda wanted to make me a blue scarf or something. It had purple or whatever. The fun of it is not because she made every single stitch, and it's the expression of her love or her care. It's a little bit of Linda. Send it to me.
Yes,
it's not because that's $750. You could get a plane ticket
and come and visit you
and go and visit.
Yeah,
and
have
check
a cup
hand
of tea
luggage
with Linda.
and take hand luggage. Crystal, I want to tell you that our local postal service, we who are in South Africa do not make use of that, because it is sort of guaranteed that you will not receive the package. So we make use of what is called Postnet, or that is if it's international. Or if it's local, the courier guy. We make use of couriers because it's sad to say that our postal service is zero. You cannot rely on it. You are not going to get whatever they are sending you. So I went to DHL, and initially that kilo that I wanted to send, they said to me, the quote was 6,000 rands. I thought, what? That is like a 1 month's rent. So I thought no. So then I went to Postnet. That was DHL. So I went to Postnet, and I see that Postnet also makes use of DHL to send it to Canada, but they will only charge me 1,000 Rand. So I don't know how that works. It seems to me a little bit confusing for me, but all I'm worried about is the fact that I am paying the price that is like a fifth of what I was quoted. So this time I went and they were going to charge me again 1,000 Rand for 117 grams on the phone. So I decide, no, I'm not speaking to this lady any further. I drive there and I walk in. And when I spoke to the owner, I just said what I wanted to do, and she did it for me for half, for 500 rands. Now you must divide that into 16 to get to the dollars. Plus, I had to take out the scissors and the yarn needles because it's too dangerous. And I'm like, okay, so I can order it on Amazon and send it to her. Amazon can send scissors and needles, but for me, it's too dangerous. I am Ursula the what? The terrorist or the what? I'm not even there to use the scissors.
Yeah, you cannot do things in the box in the envelope.
It's ridiculous. Right now, they have raised the prices to deter us from shipping to keep the vaccine moving quicker. Hello, Iris. You are so welcome. I'm going to go hop over to Dana's live. It was great spending time with you. Is she on? Because last Monday I hopped off and then there was nothing to hop onto. I was so disappointed. But okay, yes. Okay, look, I also have to go. Yes, look what says Lori. $700, but a plane ticket. Wow. There you go.
I used to, when I was in Wyoming, it was more up north, but from Texas would be a little bit more.
There are so many things that I check on Etsy. Shipping charges are so high for me overseas. Yes. Now, that is what I'm saying. I am telling you girls this on the record here, on this record. Someone needs to come up with something to make it as compared to WhatsApp. Compared to now, we can do whatever we want to do with overseas people free, where it used to be years ago very expensive. I want the same to happen to that. I can send happy mail to you guys, and it's not going to cost me an arm, a leg, a pinky, a small toe, or something. You know, that is to me at the moment, it's a high priority because I'm sitting way down here, southern tip of Africa, and most of you guys, because you're on the same continent or close or whatever, it's more doable. But it takes me right out of the picture, you know.
I'm gonna tell you.
Veronica is laughing.
It's interesting.
Veronica is laughing. Why is she laughing?
When I came to this country 27 years ago, I used to send mail to my mom, like boxes every other month. I used to send something to my mom, and it was affordable. However, a phone call was very expensive. There was no video call. There was no nothing. It seems like, but it was so far away. Now I talk to my mom every day. I chat with her every day. I have the privilege to talk to you guys. Like the world got smaller. And the shipping, it just kind of things revert. You know, like to send something super expensive, but you communicate and talking, it's so much simpler. So I do not know what happened, but the world is upside down. With that said, I need to go because I'm going to go to the doctor, have a shot through my nose.
Okay, those of you who want to go, let's do a triple C raid. Because Dana is indeed on triple C raid. But you say square raid, hey, if you go there. Anyway, so I'm dropping the link in the chat. Those who want to, if you're going to click on it, it's going to take you out of the chat. But thank you so much. I'm also going to go. So I'm going to just let everybody type their goodbyes. But that is the link for Dana's square raid.
Don't forget my live on Wednesday, 1 p.m. GMT.
I won't forget because now I had to move my off day from Wednesday to Tuesday because someone wants to go live on Wednesdays. So I will not forget.
We're going to have to learn Zulu time, and we're going to have to say Zulu time so we all know what
Zulu time.
Yeah. All right then. I know it's 8 a.m. Eastern. Bye everybody. Bye Ursula. Thank you.
Bye, Linda.
Bye,
Continue
Jane.
making that scarf for
Bye,
me.
Super V. Bye.
Oh, she's laughing because they didn't let me send the scissors. Yeah, no, you see. Now you shouldn't laugh. You must have sympathy with me. Even sending a package from one place to another is costing the state. Here in the States is costing more every year. Yes, Barbara, for sure. Bye-bye all. Bye-bye all. Thank you so much. I so enjoyed. Bye-bye, Jane, and thank you so much for coming up. Thank you so much. Bye-bye, everyone. And there you go. Inge. Ek komme. Please drop Jane's link. Jane. Okay, let me drop Jane's link. Jane is, let me go. Okay, though. Let me just do it. Let me just do it. Jane's link is Be Yourself with Jane. With Jane. Let me quickly drop that for you. Be Yourself with Jane. Just bear with me. Let me quickly get it for you. Oh, see. There we go. Take care, everyone. Thank you so much. That is Be Yourself with Jane. Anybody wants to drop a link, you're so more than welcome to do it. And you don't have to ask me. I mean, looking forward to it, Linda. See you all soon, says Claire. Take care, everyone, says Jeanette. Happy Mail sounds so sweet. Is something that everyone do, or is it only for Crochet Mail? You know what? It is. If you want to send someone who loves yarn, or something that you've made, that's it. It's simply, I think the name comes from the fact that it makes you happy. Someone is sending you something that's making you happy, and usually the person that receives the happy mail opens it in front of the camera and posts a little video. If they have a channel. If they don't have a channel, they don't have a channel. But they post it on Facebook or somewhere. So I'm really excited to go and pick up mine. I will have to rush there because they close in 15 minutes. But yes, thank you, Deborah, for coming, for everyone that was here, and have a super afternoon. I think I did drop Dana's link, and I can drop it again, drop it while it's hot. Where is it now? It needs to... Anyway, you guys can just go over to the Triple C and Joe show if you want. Creatively Created Crochet. There we go. Control C. There we go. Let me see. There. Bye-bye, Inga. There is this Triple C. Right. There you go. Okay, everybody, I'm going to say goodbye. And thank you so much for hanging out with me. And it was fantastic.